And that's, I think, what's going to be the problem of gamers now. If trends are the things that people care about, and you want to care about trends and what sells, and not worry about if the company's making money in the short run, then you will have a problem. Because if they don't make money, then they're not going to make any other games in the future. And I wish I could tell. I wish you could see that, but he thinks because it's the whole trend thing. And with that said, people like him and other gamers are pushing this whole idea that, you know what, we want these games to sell more and whatever, but then you pushing publishers to make bad decisions, and of course get more DLC, more transactions, microtransactions, all that other stuff to go on, and it's sad. It is sad. You guys are pushing this way, so gamers now could get more broken games and more broken games, more development. Because if he was thinking that or if Nintendo just made a console like that, again, I just pointed out, all Nintendo's games, even the ones you gamers they don't like, Amiibo Festival and all that junk. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I already don't care. Other people like it and they enjoying it. But I'll say this: if anybody out there who think that this, if anybody out there thinks that you keep on pushing that if Nintendo acquiesce to third parties all the time and keep on getting bit slapped all the time, that every time they make a contract and third parties keep on breaking the contracts over and over and over and over and over again, that's the part that killed me. Why would I acquiesce to that? That makes no sense to me. If somebody who's beating me, that's a battle wife syndrome. Somebody's been, every time I put my hand out, y'all beat the hell out of me, and then I should keep on going back to you? Really? I should go back to you after you done punch me, kick me, threw me down the steps. I don't get that mentality. I really don't. I really do not. So anybody who's listening, I'm up for the next 30 minutes. I gotta go 30 to about 10 minutes. Anybody who's listening now, I know most of the people who normally hit in, I'll say this right now. If you want to say anything for the next 30 minutes, basically put in the questions you want to join in the question and answer app, join in, and I'll basically send you links, so keep the podcast going. I'll just let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see. This is just game ridiculous. This is the kind of, like I said, this is the kind of stuff that gamers are not privy to. When you don't privy to, your importance to what you need to be, what you think you need to be happy for, because the reason why, if they keep on doing this, like what Square is doing with Tomb Raider, and these things keep on flopping, then they're not gonna make a next Tomb Raider, even though the Tomb Raider was a good game. It needs to make financial success. I don't care about the sales. It needs to make financial success. They need to budget the game so we can make another thing. Nova Regan, yes. Bayonetta has sold over 1 million. And it made also it made profits for Bayonetta 2 has made profits long before even it reached to 500,000, because Nintendo does something that other people don't do. Most other studios don't do. They set their budgets to make money. That's why if even the Kirby Rainbow Curse don't sell 1 million, it's still, think about it. Think about this, guys. Tomb Raider sold, the first Tomb Raider sold 3 million, but was a financial fail, so they didn't make no profits. Bayonetta sold 1 million, but made the profit because the budget was not that way. Mario Kart Wii made listen again, Mario Kart Wii and the Wii and the regular Wii made $2 billion with a B dollars for Nintendo. $2 billion for Nintendo. And the budget for that game was less than 20 million. 20 million, 2 billion. That's a big ass profit if you tell, if you know, I don't get that. That's why it was kind of funny to hear him say when I brought up the Microsoft problem. If one company makes 700 million in those years, but one company does it in 1 year, that don't stun you? That doesn't say, wow, something's wrong with this right here? That means, wait, one company is basically wasting money away while the other one is making profits. Huh. What do you know? Wow. I mean, it's I don't understand. I don't understand the gaming community. I really don't. And I want to talk for the business sense because I'm a business guy. Like I said, I sign contracts. I hope everything goes good. Even though I'm not a Nintendo fan, I want Square. I played Square Final Fantasy VII when I was over in Japan. It's a good game. I like the battle system of that game more than Xenoblade Chronicles. That's just me. I like because I love when if it's an action game like that. I like that I could cause action the fight and the connecting is right there. I don't the one thing about Xenoblade Chronicles, both games I don't like, but Xenoblade Chronicles X alleviated because you have a gun and you can shoot from a range is I'm far away and I could still get hit with melee hits. I don't like that. I really don't. That's annoying. If I leave the area, it should be good. My best battle system when it comes to that kind of stuff is Tails, really. Even Tales of Stereo, I kind of like it. I don't like the camera work because if you're getting to a tunnel and if you go inside a dungeon, the camera always get hits against the wall, and you can't, then you can't see what you're fighting. But I don't care what PlayStation, if you play whatever console anybody got, you playing these games, enjoy your freaking games. A Nintendo fan should not tell you don't enjoy your Xbox One game or your PlayStation 1 game, PlayStation 4 game. If you buy it and you think it's fun for you, enjoy it. That's for sure. But you know what? And I like how you said that. I'm skeptic. Even though, unlike other people who do this whole YouTube stuff, in the side chat, I get a new, and anybody out there want to go to these things, go to the IR pages, go to my WTF video number 9. In those in the description are links to let me list them off so people can understand it. In those they have lists. You have to read. It is a lot of reading, but you know what? Is your answers right there. Your answers are right there, plain as sight. Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, Sega, EA, Square Enix, Capcom, Ubisoft. Those companies' IR pages is in those links. You can go check them out. Click on that. You find out if they're making money, not making money, all that crazy stuff. That's what you would do. And you will also find out you find out about games, you find out about sales, you find out what who's the developing team. As he just asked, well, how do you know that without amateur stuff? Because they tell you there's a video also that when they did the Metroid Prime collection, they released a video talking about the development of the game, and also the IR pages tell you who's on the team and who's doing what. So I know. It is weird. I know one guy who's up. Triple M, if you're listening, hopefully, let me see right here, and maybe I don't. I mean, John ain't gonna do it because he's working. So hell. Again, I'll say I'm off a little bit more for maybe about 30 more minutes. So if anybody else wanna join in, you could in the question app, you could just put on, "Hey, I want to join." And I'll send you a link privately to join in. Triple M, if you're listening, right now I'm trying to. Yeah, there you go. I just basically shared you the link. So if you want to hop in and say anything you want to say, you could hop in. Because yeah, it's whew. And Nelson report is right. if people don't care about fun no more and they talk about features, Nintendo would never win the console, this so-called quote unquote stupidity console, what everybody cares about. I never cared about the console when the Wii was winning. All the Super Nintendo NES. All I want, and to be honest with anybody on this, I don't care for the consoles really that much. I want the games. I do not know what the NX is because Nintendo did not share nothing with the NX to me. But I want the games. That's all I care about. If this game come out, I look forward for it. If the game don't come out, like Freedom Planet 2 is coming out. It might just be on PC. It might be. I'm not, you don't come to my console of choice. I'm not gonna whine about it. I'm gonna go to the PC and play the game. Or I'm gonna miss out a game. Boo hoo, I missed out a game. You're not gonna play every game for every generation now. Come on. Your life, wow. And of course, I like the way, like, oh, like I said, I give you the information. You don't want to be. No, well, well, you could check my videos now. Well, I got a busy life. I won't jump on it and stuff like that. Okay. You want to follow what other people say, even though I gave you a plethora of information and evidence and links and stuff that you could read for your own eyes and see. See, yeah, like I said, he thinks popularity is important. I can't change his mind. That's his opinion. I'm not gonna. With all the stuff I just said, I couldn't argue it down. So it is what it is. But seriously, the other part of if I give you evidence from not like from a news report, not from IGN, not from GameSpot, not from Game Trailers, not from someplace else. I give you information from the companies themselves saying stuff. Don't you think that's a problem? Unlike other people, I could back up my talk and I could back up my information. If I give you all those information, don't you think you say, wow, let me check this out, what he's saying? I'm skeptic. He said, I'm skeptical of what you said. Okay, then let me see if he's telling the truth. If you're skeptic, that makes me, if you come up to me and you gave me a link, I would love to say, hey, I'm skeptical of what this guy said. Oh, you provide me these links. Let me go read what he said. That's why I think average person should do. But I don't know. I lost more than an hour of cast, so I might burden you if I retaliate stuff with lack of info on this cast. But are you okay with this? Triple M, yeah. I mean, again, if you're listening, I just send you a link if you want to jump in. Again, one more time. Anybody who's listening now, if you want to jump in and just talk about what you just heard or whatever, the question app is open. You could put, hey, I want to join in the topic or join in this cast. I would basically send you let you join in, and you want to talk for about the next 30 minutes about what just happened. I'm glad to talk about it. I am more than enough glad to talk about it. Yes, yeah, and Triple M, yes, I made a mistake. It was Pokemon Gold and Silver. That was my mistake. And Stadium. I know it was Stadium. I made a mistake with the Gold and Silver. That was my fault, and I apologize for that one. But I know he did the Pokemon games and he did the Stadium games. It's the developers. We need better developers nowadays. We don't need these half-ass working developers. We don't. We need people who could put their time in the game. And because our third-party publishers have been pushing not Nintendo, but all these other companies to rush these developers to make this game. That's why Sonic Boom was a broke on the Wii, because Big Red Button was trying to push the game to get it. Sega push the Big Red Button to put the game on a Wii in time for the cartoon. What up, Triple M? Can you hear me? Triple M. Well, I, let me know when you can hear me, Triple M, or you could talk because I'm not hearing nothing from you. But other than that, like I say, okay, you give you a moment. Okay. Again, anybody listening who want to join in, I have no problem answering questions or saying what you just said. I went through a whole history of stuff. And like I said, it's just weird, but again, that's how gamers are now. I think that's why I said it. I could tell you with all honesty, I'm not 100% in my facts, but in this what I'm going to say. But in all honesty, if people don't care, if people care more for features more than fun games, they're not gonna. Then Nintendo's not going to be on top as for popularity as everybody wants them to be. And if you want to keep, and John, I'll say this to you: if you want to buy broken third-party games, go right ahead, dude. It's your money. You do that. Do that. I am not begrudging you to go out. You bought a PlayStation 3. That's a good idea. Buy an next console. Buy an next console. That should be no problem. If you think that you think Nintendo the NX as everybody got this big all name for NX. If the NX comes out and it's a big disappointment, which I tell you right now, it's going to be a big disappointment to a lot of gamers in news media. If you think it's going to be all that in a bag of greasy chips, don't buy it. Again, that's why I said I never told anybody to buy a Wii U or 3DS on my channel, even on my Nintendo channel. I don't, because it's your money. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo ain't coming to my house to force me to buy nothing. Not a damn thing. And they never will make me buy nothing.
All right.
You figure it out now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear now.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gents, all you listeners. Triple M here. just for a few moments.
Oh, Lord. Well, that was an interesting talk.
Well, even though I've missed more than an hour of this of the discussion, the little that I did listen, that I have listened, it was quite enjoyable, actually.
Yeah, it isn't quite enjoyable. But since you're in the podcast right now, Triple M, what do you see in the site chat?
Oh, you mean the Q&A?
No, not the Q&A. The side chat, the group chat. All the IR pages for all the companies, the links to each of those pages.
Oh, since I just got here, so anything that you put on the group chat before I came in, they won't appear.
Okay, my mistake. Then I did not. That's what. I'll apologize if that didn't happen. But in the site chat,
it's okay.
No, okay. At 8:19, I put 8:19. I put all this. I put all this stuff in the side chat for him before we went live. That's what I mean. Just as we went live. Just as we went live, I put all this stuff. Let's see. And you know what, folks? Tomorrow when I get a chance, when I wake up and get to my job or 12 o'clock, whatever, I'll put the same in. You know what? Why not? Why not? I'm not even gonna. I'll be honest with anybody. Here you go. That's what you see what the time is?
Oh yeah.
8:19. And you see Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, EA, Square, Capcom, Ubisoft. Ain't like I didn't give him. It ain't like I give him something like go to IGN. No. The companies themselves. The companies themselves.
Well, to oh crap, what was the word I'm looking for? Well, I would give a benefit of doubt to turnajon that he said it himself that he really does not have time to read this whole bag of information. I can understand for him.
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, he does have a life.
No, he has a life, but you see, if you want, if I'm gonna keep on saying the sun is green, I have a life too. But again, I can't. You can't keep on spitting nonsense.
Well,
Okay,
there's no,
ignorance is bliss, but if you keep spitting out ignorance, then what makes you? Then that makes you no different from just being one of the regular, the vagabonds, the people who don't know nothing about what they're talking about. If you come in this gaming community and you want to show your strong opinions, again, I'm not arguing his opinion, but I'm saying if you're going to show your strong opinions and put out certain facts that are misled and totally 100% wrong, but then he said right there, he said it, as I said, I said, you know what, you maybe you didn't listen to it, but I said, you could listen, you could. That's why I said publishers and developers. I said, you could go back and watch my videos, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. But then you could go to Francis, who puts out this negative crap and stupidity, but you can watch his videos. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I guess he has little choices. Hey, I'm trying to be open minded here. Yeah, at some certain extent, not point, some certain extent, gonna have to question some stuff. But I digress. But I will say that there's I see this. I see that there's like two categories of people that buy stuff. Like John Lucas put it out. There's
consumers and his customers.
Yes, and I might, okay, for a lack of better word, I might label those two as some fans who just want to buy the stuff, some other fans who just want to look at it deeper, or I really don't want to use hardcore, but it's just lost.
I mean, I'm looking at it this way. I don't care. Again, you know me by now. I don't care about what you buy. My purchases is not. I don't understand why my purchases should be wrapped up in trends. Why should? Oh, I got the popular console for what?
Well, here's the thing that I was going into. I can see these two type of people could coexist, but then when one of them wants to perceive themselves that they're more than just consumer, and really not looking at all sides, I would be having some doubts. Although I'm not going to derail, no, I'm not going to berate you for it. I'll just I would be like what you're doing, Ando. I would show you what's really going on.
Yeah, like I said, I respect. Like I say, I can't argue his opinion. That's why I say if then we agree to disagree. That's what it is. I'm not. I didn't break the guy. I didn't shot him out or whatever because I don't do that. No. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not my. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
It was just.
Go on.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, I was just going to point out what Turnajon said, that everyone makes mistakes. You can equate to say that all of these companies, publishers, developers alike have done mistakes. But when I kind of compare all those publishers and developers and compare it with Nintendo, I kind of see that even though Nintendo, I kind of put it on the Q&A, not a question, but I digress, that even though Nintendo makes mistakes too, but the way they do it, they actually
recover quickly.
Yes, they recover quickly.
Well, because they have the financial capital to recoup the recovery quickly. That's what I was trying to point out to him. I mean, look, you have. There were things that was built way better way better and was more popular, that's failing. Again, look at, like we just talked about Tomb Raider. It got good reviews, but it's not financially selling. It's selling good, but it's not financially making money. So if it's not making money for the company, you think they're gonna keep on making more games, or they're gonna do well? To put it this way, if we didn't have this whole definitive edition crap and definitive edition crap and all this DLC crap to offset loss, if the game didn't, if they didn't make the budget, whatever, would it not make the game again? No.
Now here's the thing with me. Remember when I said, or when I was discussing with you about the whole oh my god, why do I keep forgetting words? The advertisement, or the amount of advertisement between Nintendo and other publishers who really go balls to the wall, in almost blowing their budgets. And with Nintendo, they're not doing it in the same way. Which I'll have to be honest. I was also one of the many people that complained, Nintendo, you need to do more advertising. But when I actually thought about it really thorough, and look back at how they done and compare how they're doing it today, they're basically doing the same way that they've done since their rise. And for the most part, not all, but for the most part, it's still helping them. So even though they'll get overshadowed by their competitors when it comes to marketing or advertising, it still hasn't hurt them.
No. Well, again, this again.
With all that I said about that, even if Nintendo didn't have the capital that they have right now, they would still do enough that they could still survive.
Oh yeah, and again, I understand that. Like I said, the way you name blah blah blah. I've said it in this podcast about 4 times now. I understand that. And again, the advertising part right now, the advertising is getting mad crazy. Okay, and again, not even advertisement on TV is getting expensive, but most of it now has been fractured because most gamers now don't watch TV; they watch YouTube or Hulu or Netflix or something else. So that's even more money now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So it does. What did that? Oh, I didn't need to. Nova Regan, you just put Nintendo. Is it a question or something? You just put it in the question app. Maybe put something more to it.
Now I gotta check this out myself here.
What?
Opening the Q&A myself.
Oh no! I basically almost wiped all of it out. I was clearing it out, and I saw that just popped up. Because I gotta go. Tomorrow is the last day of the year for my at my job, so I'm gonna treat everybody out. I'm gonna go get some breakfast and everything for them. And as a manager, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, right.
As the boss, make them feel good. So yeah, I gotta wake up a little extra early than usual. So I'm gonna go to the place and order the food and everything, and we talk about this year, and hopefully for next year we all good. But other than that,
cool.
Huh?
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's how see. Nintendo advertising was fine at the beginning of the generation. They sold over 2 million units when it launched. It was lack of games that stunted growth. Yeah. Nova Regan, you're right. Okay. The advertising was all right, but it could have been much better. But the thing is, it became more expensive. It became more expensive. So with not being more expensive, again, because like right now, like was like I say, so much. The advertisement game fractured so much now. They can't do that. But again, it wasn't like a games. And that game slot was opened up for the third parties who said when GZMO came out and Peter Moore and Activision and everybody came out, Nintendo, we love this gamepad. We love what this is gonna be. We're gonna make these games for you.
And then they backed away one by one after another.
Yeah. Who's the fault of that one? I can't say Nintendo in that one. It was the fault. I can't say Nintendo's the fault in that one. If I told you, if I said, here you go, you cannot, you said that our games, compete against your games. Okay, here's the space. Here's the space. Here is the space. Go ahead and put your games on there. You are not competing with our games.
Okay, understandable, turnajon.
I understand what you're saying, John. I never said you could have done it now or later. I gave you the link so you could look up anytime you want. I'm not saying you have to look up now or tomorrow or next month. I'm just saying, if you want the information that you think is important, go to the IR page for next year. You want to know about Star Fox and development thing. Next year, February, go to the page. You will see the developers talking about how it was to develop for the game, because I have to do that for the investors. I'm not saying you have to do it now. Never said that. I'm just giving you where the information is to get from the company's mouth. That's where I'm coming. That's where I'm coming from. And if you ain't got it, I will gladly put it in the description of this video so you can click on it. Because again, since since the podcast is up right now, I can't put a description right now. I'll put it in later in the description of the podcast. But if you go to the podcast, or you know what, I could Google it to you so you have it. You know what, I'll do that right now. You don't have to look at it. You don't have to look at it tonight. You don't have to look at it tomorrow. You don't have to look at it in no time. Just whenever you think you need more information about Nintendo, you need any information about Capcom, Square Enix. You just talk about you want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come. If you want to know about Kingdom Hearts 3 and how the development is going, those are the links right there that I'm talking about. So give me 1 second, Triple M.
All right, turnajon. If anyone's going to give you flack the way you come across in this podcast, which
I don't think you should give flack for turning to the podcast. No. You should not get flack for this. And I will basically have nobody say that what you did was wrong. You came here, you asked questions, you say you understand stuff we talk about. Again, we agree to disagree.
And so far that I've heard, you were quite respectable.
Yeah, I was, again, I never shout you down. I never done. We're a respectable person. Right now, turnajon, right now, I just send you you have all the links I just put up there. The same thing I had in there, you have all the links. So you go click on them. You do not have to click on it tonight, nor tomorrow. No. If you want to know about this stuff in the future, look at those links. That's all I'm saying. That's where you get your information from. I'm not getting it from Francis, because Francis has done many stories that's been opinionated. As you said yourself, you hear people who put opinions and turn it into facts. Francis is one of those people, because he has done many things that's been opinion, and his facts has been debunked many times. Same thing with Ritual Review Tech. So this thing is Angry Joe. Same thing is all those people. Because when they talked about Nintendo with the YouTube thing, I told Angry Joe what he could do. I had a chat with him. He's like, yeah, but I didn't want to. And if he said that he didn't care for it, then what can I say to him? He's just doing it to get his to be angry so he could get money. That's it. If that's his hustle, I can't knock his hustle. I can't knock his hustle. And when I put a perfect thing to Ritual Review Tech about why the third that's when you were saying, oh, Kazurai, that's why Kazurai is happy with the PlayStation, because they made it easier for the develop. Yeah, but it made it easier to develop. Like, developers now are getting so lazy that we're getting way more broken games in this generation than we got before.
And still developing games with a PS3.
Yeah. You bought a PS3. That's a smart move that you did, turnajon, because you know what? That's what, because the one thing that's selling other than the Wii U in Japan is it's not even selling it just because of the install base is so big, is PlayStation 3. And that's why they keep on making games for PlayStation 3. That's why Persona's coming out on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. That's why Tales of Zestiria came out for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. That's why a lot of these games are still coming out for PlayStation 3. And that's why Kazrai wants them to stop it, because they need to push the PlayStation 4 so they can make the money, because nobody really buying PlayStation 3 unless it's used nowadays. They're not turning a super profit on used PlayStation 3s.
That's kind of okay. Now that you say that's kind of sad. Used PS3s.
What it is?
So wait.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but so that means that to the people that had a PS3 last gen, then it's basically sold their PS3s for the PS4, and they probably might have gone back and buy those used PS3s.
Some gamers have, but again, the proof is in the Sony's IR page. Nintendo's console has a higher attachment rate than the other consoles. These are people who owns their games outright. Sony only has 3. The average user of games they own is 3. And they didn't say which games it was, first party or second party, whatever. I wish they did say in the IR page. That's one thing I wish they did say, but they didn't. Because I want to know. Huh?
Yeah, that's kind of crap.
Yeah. I wish they told, but they didn't say it in the IR page. And that's one thing I wish they know, because I know the seven games that all Nintendo fans have are all Nintendo games. We know that because that's what people buy the console. I buy a Nintendo console for Nintendo. Look, I buy a Nintendo console for Nintendo's games, Nintendo seal of quality. That's it. If I need to buy a third party, I understand for people out there who don't have the money to buy a PC, a third party, other party console. I said to you, that's why I say I never push anybody to buy a Wii U or 3DS. Look at all 3 consoles. Look at all 3 companies. What's your taste? If third parties is more important to you, go to third parties. If go to the PlayStation or the Xbox, whatever. If internet online multiplayer is more important to you, go to an Xbox One, because even though Xbox One could go down, Microsoft has a better infrastructure to back up this stuff, because they're an online software company. They know how to do stuff. PlayStation Online has brick consoles.
You know, speaking about that, has there been any reports that that the online section of Xbox One or PS4 shut down on Christmas? I hope not.
They had outages, but not as bad as it was last year. I can remember Sunday, Taiwan came up with messed me up. So it could be the Xbox, or it could be the provider, because there's a lot of people playing games and stuff like that. But last year it was the Lizard Squad that took it down.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was the problem. No.
Because sometime earlier, Lizard Squad did put up a warning that, hey, we're gonna shut down your system.
Yeah, they did. But I'm happy. Like I said, I wished it not on those guys, because you know what? A new kid or a young child got an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 and they wanted to play it on Christmas Day, they should enjoy it. The sad part about it is, though, you're going to have to wait some hours to play the game, because you got to do install and all that other junk.
Which really is depressing.
Yeah. Again, you have to do the update with Wii U. Okay, you have to do the update with the Wii U, but I still like it that I could put in Xenoblade Chronicles, and instead of the update, which is basically the security check, I could play my game within seconds. Within seconds, because I could, unlike that, I could say cancel and let's play the game. And
right.
That's the reason why I was saying That's one of the reasons I'm saying. That's why Nintendo is only. No, Nintendo has as much bad things as people say about Nintendo. Nintendo has things that I wish the other game. See, this is the thing about me as a person who's a developer and who got my company and everything else. I don't wish bad against Sony or Microsoft. I want
No.
just as you guys who be saying about third parties this, third parties that. Here's the thing. You want Nintendo to have third parties. Okay, then why can't we do the reverse? Hey, on Sony and PlayStation, Sony and Microsoft, why can't you guys get more exclusive games?
No, more like, why can't you guys um uh actually build your own first party studios? But I guess they didn't want the third parties to have competition from their own side. But
I don't think that's a problem on their side, son. I really don't. I don't. I cannot beat up a company for like I say who supporting their own ecosystem. Again, make your decisions to the next console. Do not rush out there and buy if the NX is a home console, do not rush out and buy it. Do not. It's not gonna be like the Wii. The Wii was a fad. The Wii was something that, because again, Nintendo got ton of free advertisement for the Wii. That's why that thing sold out. Like, other than the killer app, that's why that thing sold like hotcakes. Everything was aligned for the Wii to sell.
hey, um uh um when the Wii was sort of like hotcakes, and at that time I was still employed, so I could have bought that Wii even in its launch day, but I didn't. I waited until the game that I want to buy with that platform, and by the time Mario Galaxy and Mario Kart Wii came in, that's when I decided to jump in, because those were those two games I actually wanted to get to play.
I
Same
got
thing. I'm going to do. Same thing I'm doing with Wii U. Although, since 3D World dropped, Wind Waker HD, those were my push. But alas, don't have the money at the time, and don't have it now either.
Nah, I got you. I have no disrespect. Like I was saying, but that's what I'm trying to say. I have the only game system I bought day one. The Wii. I didn't buy a Wii U day one. I didn't buy a game. Well, the GameCube was gifted to me. That's different. So the 64, I didn't buy it day one. I was like, wow, Mario 3D. I didn't buy it day one. The Dreamcast didn't buy it day one. I've not bought PlayStation 2. Didn't buy it day one either. I just need to figure out what's going on. I need to know what the games are. I'm not gonna buy. I never looked at. In my honest opinion, in my whole life, I never looked at a game and bought one game and looked and say, "Wow, this one game is what gonna make me buy a console." Never, never. I need to have at least 4 or 5 games to make me think, okay, this is what I'm gonna buy. You know what? You know why I bought my Wii U, even not day one, but as you guys see the drop, I never played Batman Arkham City. I bought it. So that's one game. Razor's Edge, Ninja Gaiden, 2. Super Mario Brothers U, 3. Nintendo Land. And as much as people, you know what, is your opinion, and I can't I ain't arguing nobody's opinion, but me and my sister put hours in in Nintendo Land. In Nintendo Land, Black Ops and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So let me see, Nintendo Land, Black Ops 2, Batman, Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario Brothers Wii U. 6 games. 6 games I bought and played for my console when I got the console, which was 1 month after the launch. I was not gonna buy this game for the Super Mario Brothers Wii U. 6 games at launch. Now the Wii U, like I said, that one is the only one I bought at launch. I of course had Wii Sports that was pack-in. I had Zelda. I wanted to play Zelda. I had Rayman Raven Rabbits. That turned out to be an awesome game in my opinion. Again, it's in my opinion.
Oh yes,
of course.
I keep forgetting. When you said Zelda, I was like Zelda, but then I remembered. Oh yes, Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess, yes. Twilight Princess. Those were the three games I got for my system, and I enjoyed it. And then of course I kept on going more and more, blah blah blah. But I enjoyed it. But I never looked at one console and say that's the first game. When I bought my 3DS, it was like what 6-7 months after I bought my 3DS. I bought the Zelda 3D edition. I had Street Fighter. I had Zelda. I had the Street Fighter. I had Zelda, and I had a bunch of a bunch of DS games because that game also came out. Not Pokemon, Kirby Mass Attack. I bought Kirby's Mass Attack, and I bought Akami Den. 4 games. Now 20 I'm gonna play on my DS, but I say, you know what? I went there, I saw a little sale, I said, you know what? 4 games. And I bought it for my thing. That's why I love the backwards keyboard with my consoles, and I played it. 4 games. Not one game ever gonna make me buy a console. They ain't gonna do it then, they ain't gonna do it now.
And I'm the one who would differ.
Huh?
And I would be the one who would differ.
The reason I'm saying it because I just don't see that. I don't see why would I spend $400 for one game? Why would I spend $250 for one game?
Well, I guess I would because I know for sure if that's the game I'm going to buy on that console, I know for sure that I'm going to play that game repeatedly.
Okay. Like I said, I don't argue people's opinions. If that's what you think to do that, yeah. You see, even though I have these, look at you just said that you don't have the financial settings now. I do, and I can't, and I'm opposite to you. I'm 100%. I'm 180%. I'm 180 opposite to you. And like I said, if that's what you think, that's what I just can't. I myself just cannot see myself doing that. Buying a console for one game. I just can't. I gotta have a plethora of games to make me say I gotta buy that game. When I got the 64, I had a bunch of games as well too. Not only Mario 64, I didn't buy the game when he came. I didn't buy the game when the first came. I had Mario Kart 64. I had Mario Kart 64. I had Mario 64. I had Star Fox.
I will say though, Super Mario 64 would have been the game that would have made me acquire the 64.
At the time, that game blew my mind. That was a cool 3D game in the first place, and how you could control it. Don't get me wrong, I understand that, but basically because go ahead.
I would say this to me, or should I say it like this? In my preference, I would still, if my N64 could have still played, because I need that freaking adapter, but I digress. But to this day, I could have still boot up my N64 and play Mario 64, even from the beginning. It's just so darn good, in my opinion.
Yep. Let me see. This is Nova region again. Let me see. Third parties did not see the Wii U as next generation. They had hedged their bets on PS4 and Xbox. Do you think the strategy resulted in an industry regression in terms of gameplay ideas and machines? Yeah, half and half. I mean, the developers had no problem. This generation thing is everybody thinking about this whole power graphics thing. The developers had no. As again, Hideki, you saw what Double M put up.
With Capcom
and Hideki Kamiya said, right?
Oh, you should have seen my post or my comment.
I saw your comment. I saw your comment. That's my thing. Developers have no problem developing games. They want to do it, but because it is expensive to do stuff. Again, listen to me carefully. Anybody who's listening now, the Wii U is the cheapest console to develop for, bar none. But it's the hardest console to port from the other consoles. And the reason Nintendo did that, and I would have done the exact same thing, because I want you to build this. I don't want no cookie cutter house. I want to make sure that you build this thing from the ground up solidly. That's the way I look at it. And that's the way Nintendo look at it too. If you're going to make this game, if you start coding from the ground up, you're not going to have major bugs and glitches. But if you just copy and paste over and then optimize, what are you going to get? Game-breaking bugs, glitches. You're going to get all these problems that we get in the 7th generation. The ESRB said that this has been the most glitchy and most glitch-ridden generation out of all of them. The ESRB. And they see all games, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Capcom.
That still boggles my mind.
Huh?
Which that still boggles my mind. It comes from the ESRB themselves.
Yeah, and they see all the games, all of them. I'm gonna invite you in, Secret Agent, but I don't want no drama, please. It was all nice and all cool. No drama. No drama. Okay,
Who's instigating?
They ain't instigating, but I just know how that person is. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I don't want no drama. I'm gonna send you the link right now. Give me a couple seconds. Damn, where the hell is you? I said, what is it now? What you said? Well, I can't open that window right now. So let me see.
Timeout corner?
Huh?
I was just looking at the Q&A and I just see timeout corner.
Oh, let me see. I can see if Tyler want to jump in. I could stay up for a little while still. Let me see. The Q&A?
Yes, the Q&A.
Yeah, I'm in the Q&A. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, where's the after party? I can send you that. Look, turnajon just put up that he's thankful that he's things. So like I said, I'm not gonna say turnajon again. Thank you for coming on. We agree to disagree. Like I said, I have no negativity against you, and I don't want nobody to also go towards this guy and do the negative against it either. It's not worth it. He has his opinions. He believes that. He believes that. That's cool. We agree to disagree. I have no problems with that. Ah, crap. Dang nabbit. What now? Not timeout. Give me a second timeout if you're still listening. Damn Google. Damn you, Google. Okay, I said
so Google is being a baby.
Yeah, let me say send one to timeout and I send one to double M. So it's up to them to see if they could jump in.
Wait a minute, Mike is in the Q&A?
No. He was doing it personally through the regular Hangout. Me and him got like once you talk to the link to like link that situation, you could basically do phone talks, conversation, everything without doing a podcast or any of that junk. Basically, Google Talk. Google Talk. Basically, it's Google Talk. You could do that through Google Talk. But Triple M, Triple M. Timeout corner, I send you one. Micah, I send you one. If you want to jump in, I could stay up for a little bit more before I go to sleep. I ain't got a chance to play my damn Xeno crap. Damn. Yeah, my sister surpassed me, man. I wanted to get back in front. My sister surpassed me. I wanted to get back not in front, but at least she's already on to the next chapter and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I want to get into that too.
Yeah, I want to smoke that crack, hey?
Hey, it's addictive, man. It's very addictive. It's very addictive. Maybe one of these days I will have a conversation with. Nah, he would never join me no one-on-one. Francis would never do a one-on-one. What up, Mr. L? Hey, Tom, I'm calling. What's going on, son?
What's going on with y'all? Oh shoot, what's going on? I come in here, we already. Oh shoot.
Oh, what you trying to be called? Oh,
Hey.
Double M.
Hey,
Yo, can you not hear
You
me?
should have had a mediator in that bad boy, man.
How clear am I?
You're
Oh,
clear now.
very
You're very
clear.
clear.
Okay, good.
That's something you gotta be quiet. Yeah, I know. You gotta be quiet.
Yeah, no, it's what it is. I'm using because I can actually move my dynamic mic, so I'm using that instead of my webcam mic.
You say we needed a mediator, Tom? What do you mean, man?
Hey,
I
you should have
said
somebody in the
No,
middle.
that's
Be
you, Mike. No, time out corner. Say again.
I'm just should have somebody in there, you know. Hey man, hey, that wasn't too bad, you know. I was expecting something a little more, you know. It was good. I was expecting a little more craziness from the other dude, but
yeah.
Oh,
You was expecting something, but you was expecting something a bit more drone-ish.
yeah. You know. So how is he in the comment section then? You know, is he crazy in the comment section, or did he tone it down a bit? What was going on here?
No,
Is he giving us a facade?
no.
Okay.
It was all like I said. The thing was at the beginning of the podcast, I gave him my the IR pages of all the companies.
Yeah, I watched it from the beginning. That's why I'm a little late coming in now. I just not finished it.
Yeah. I like I said, it's still going on live right now, dude. I'm still recording.
Yeah, I know. I just saw you said at the end where I was at the end. He just left, and then I saw, you can come in now. So I just said, let me just go there.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
My point was I gave you you gave the information. Do not listen. My point was, you know, he was saying it's skeptical what I said. I say, you know what? Here's the IR pages, and I didn't. You don't have to listen to it now. You don't have to go read it then. There's a lot of reading. I'm not denying that. But if you want,
you're funny. Like about start drama. You know.
I always start drama.
I get what you're saying, Liger. The only thing was he was good as far as it wasn't no drama nothing, but I just didn't understand his the only part was I didn't understand his when he kept saying well, you just said it, but I forgot how he mentioned it. He was skeptical. Yeah. I kept doing the eyebrow thing, like, what you mean skeptical? That's the only thing,
Well, because I can understand if I was saying all this stuff and I didn't have nothing to back it up with.
Yeah. So
and that's why again, as you say you listen from the beginning of the podcast. That's why I said. Yeah. I said, look at the side chat. You see all these things right here. You can link on them. I didn't say if you want to check them out, go check them out. You don't need to check them out today, tomorrow, whatever. Say Star Fox, get something going on with Star Fox. Click on the page. Go check out what happened to Star Fox. You want to find out Bayonetta or what the sales are for Bayonetta. Click on the page. Go to see the sales of Bayonetta. If you want to find it out, that's your information. F IGN, F GameSpot, F Francis, F all these people. You gain it firsthand. You gain it from the first hand.
This guy's telling me about not starting drama. He's effing and blinding all over his podcast. What the hell?
Whatever. No.
Exposed.
You're a joker. You know that?
I will say this: when a few podcasts back, when Red Fox was explaining who turnajon is, because to him his name's the username sounded familiar, and I was like, really? And then when he said that he goes by, I think, by another username at on Player Essence, and I was like, and when he mentioned that other username, I was like, oh my, wait a minute, this is the same person that we've actually interact, which even back then he's not a crazy dude. He's not a crazy person.
No, I never said he was a crazy person either.
The thing is,
It's just that Time Out Corner was wanting to know more of him. So yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. I was just seeing if I just wasn't sure because I thought I saw comments before that saying he was going to be in the one-on-one, and I wasn't sure if it was. I had my popcorn ready. I thought it was going to be one of those crazy dudes coming on there with the one of the people that Red Fox Infinite had a podcast with.
Yeah, you mean Shadow? Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad, Shadow.
Yeah.
More so, like the Leslie one. I thought it was gonna be one of those, so I was about to. I have my finger on record button in my own video, like I did.
He's stupid. He's stupid.
I actually want to have a discussion with that guy. That same guy had a discussion with, but I want to have one more based on the aspects of gaming technology and how it works.
Well, it's up to him to think. Like I said, it's up to him to if you want to do it. Because like I said, I respected him. I didn't shout at him.
No, he seems like a cool guy. My thing about this is, I have, I know, like you see him as the drama man, like the one, the one that's probably gonna go and go all guns blazing, all guns fire, and attack the next person that comes in the debate with me. But no, I'm up for a healthy discussion and sharing my knowledge and hopefully learning from others as well. So that's my thing. That's why I would actually like to have more more discussions with people in the YouTube community that may have a certain view on things. So hopefully I can give them a new perspective, just like what you were doing.
Yes, same here, man. Like he wasn't one of those crazy guys. So that was cool with me. That was cool.
The thing is, because I had a discussion with someone similar before on my channel, and a lot of these people aren't really that crazy. Some of them a lot of them just don't really know any better.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
They don't know. Look, and look, they don't seem to know any better. Okay. Also, like I said, and this one thing I did say to him, and he said, "You said you do not like people to be opinionated to thing." Okay, then you can't tell me the same thing with Francis. He does it. He does the same thing. He pushes opinions as facts. That's the difference. That's why I could say that.
Can we please not mention this guy's name? Because it seems like every time we mention his name or indirectly mention his name, it's like it's like we all want to start drama. So it's just. I don't
want to start drama. I just don't like rumor. I don't like rumor sites. I'm sorry. Don't like rumor sites.
You mentioning Francis is making me want to start drama.
I got you. But I just don't like rumor sites. You think I take everything from Nintendo Life and Nintendo everything and Nintendo Days? Do you think I take everything from them 100%? Because they also get mistranslation and everything else. No, that's why.
Well, to be honest, even the more Nintendo focused websites are starting to just go down the pot now.
Yeah, so that's why I said if you want to learn about Sony IR page, Microsoft IR page, Nintendo RF page.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You get it from the people's mouth. You telling me I'm paying? What is it now?
Oh no! Player Essence that did it.
What do you do?
What?
I don't know if it's true or not, man. But honestly, hey, it might be true this time. I mean, maybe I'm laughing for no reason. It says
boy, you better confess before I start some drama up in here.
It says Bayo 3 confirmed.
Lord have mercy. Like somebody hold me back. Somebody hold me back, please.
Wait.
Whoa. Okay.
I was on Facebook, so I'm just scrolling through on something real quick, and it says Bayo 3 confirmed. So I click on the link, and it leads me to Player Essence. So I'm like, oh, what the heck?
What does it lead to a specific article?
Yeah, playeressence.com and then Platinum Games on Star Fox Zero may amount of Bayonetta 2 content and possibility of Bayonetta 3. Oh, possibility. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I was about to say, man, don't do them things to me, man. Man was about to
That's a long ass title.
I
was just reading that article a few hours ago.
Time out. Don't do them things to me, man. Man was getting riled up and everything.
Look, please calm down, Double M.
I'm calm. I'm always calm. I just don't like nonsense.
Well, like I said, you know what killed me is again, if Sega wants to do a Bayonetta 3, they could. And if Platinum Games, you know what? Like you just said that time. Let me see. You just said that. So let me see something. Since you said that, let me go check out. Let's see. No. No.
You know, for such a comment like that, I could understand if it was um someone that looks at the website, visit the websites, was into some in a way like that. But for a person that is the content provider or so-called journalist, why would you say something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm backing off. I'm backing off.
He's saying backing off. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Just to make sure, as you just did timeout, I want to go to 3 places and see something.
I've read the article. It's not that bad.
What? Who's talking about the article? I didn't give a damn about no damn article.
Oh, my bad. I thought you was talking about the article on Player Essence.
I ain't going to that website. I'm going to Platinum Games itself. No, I'm not going to no article.
Yeah, well,
Okay, easy, brother.
Actually,
You're going like I told you to go on a porn site live.
I actually discovered that article on Nintendo Everything, and from their source, it was on Kotaku. Unfortunately, I was let down.
Let's just be honest. All these companies and all these journalists and publishers and everyone in there, half the industry is full of sluts. No, it's true. Half the industry is full of sluts, and when I say sluts, I mean business sluts. They're all sluts for money. Sluts for money. Sluts for money and publicity. If you're gonna do it properly. If you're gonna do it, please do it properly. It's moist.
Moist.
That's better. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Not as good as me, but a lot better.
It's not as good.
You should have said moist and just sluts.
Huh? Oh, they are moist as well, but you know, it's because they're slut industry sluts why they're moist.
Gosh.
You know, you think of what's happened. You think of why a girl is a slut because she's getting literally moist for any man that's out there.
I get where you're coming from. I was just hoping that you direct.
Oh God.
Hey, the truth is raw, man. The truth has no friends.
Well, you can give the truth with subtlety as well.
If anybody I ain't seen nothing that popped up about that, so you know what? If anybody wants it, I put it in the side chat. If we're looking for Platinum, we want to save it as a bookmark or whatever. That's Platinum's stuff. So.
To be honest, I don't really care what these developers say or do. Just bring me the games. That's all I care about.
Well, I mean, like I said, I have respect for some developers. Platinum is one of them, so I have no.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I have a disrespect for any of them. Like you said, separate the publishers from the developers. I know these developers work hard, but I'm just saying, I just want to see the games. Like, you know, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid to really worry about what you do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's sad that me, who work in the industry, don't get so crazy about these things as these people do. Jeez.
You think?
All I care is the games, man. You give me the games, like you just said. You give me the games, I'm cool. Hey, you know, speaking of, let me do this quick. You see your girls episode 5.
5, yeah. It's good, man. I like it. I don't think it's as good as 4, but I do like 4.
Well, 4 is the hot one because again, that's the one she get to sell to Samsung and she made the money off of that, which is good, fam.
Yeah. When I do my boss man speech, you better sell that to Samsung too, fam.
Yeah, but Chris, your lips like crispy bacon.
What the heck y'all
That's
talking
funny.
about?
I love.
No, we're talking about us artists. That's all. We're talking about music.
That crispy bacon thing was jokes, man.
But
I'm
I
gonna
still like
make a
the
boss man's beat.
I still like the
Huh?
beginning. I like the beginning where she's like, Batman, and then stop, slow motion. She did that right there. That
Oh,
was cool.
one of the bars she used. She actually used it on BBC One Extra before as well.
No, I know, but I just like it. I like when people go dramatic with their music like that. Good.
No, I like her. She's one of my favorite artists over in the UK. Like I've been listening to her stuff from like 2011.
Now, like I said, I've been from 2007. But...
Not 2011, not 2012.
Oh, yeah, like I said, I've been hearing her stuff from since 2007. The girl's been fired from since then to me. So
I didn't even know she was doing stuff. I mean, I know she was doing I know she did a bit of like acting and stuff like that, but I didn't know she was doing so much music back from that time. Like not well, I didn't know she was doing it publicly.
well, most of it was she's been an indie artist, and she kind of still is in a way, but she was doing her stuff from then. Like I said, remember I told you, Baby Blue is the one who introduced me to her. So,
Well, yeah, I can imagine she was doing stuff, but I just didn't know like she was actually putting it out there as well at that time. I thought she only just started putting it out like in around 2011, 2010.
Well, hell, Sway did the same thing too.
Okay, yeah, Sway's another good UK artist.
Yeah, he was doing that thing before he got signed up and everything with them. And he
got signed with Convict Music, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, three. DJ Benny, Denny B, and Rock City. Two of these guys graduated with me out of the high school that we went to, and they signed to Convict Music as well.
Oh, nice. You see, Sway's one of the only UK artists of this generation that has really signed actually with an American label.
Well, it's an international label because Convict. When you tell Akon that Akon will never say I ain't an American label.
Oh yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, an international label. Like most UK artists don't really get deals like that. He's really the first one that really took off like that.
Yeah, and it's a good thing. Like I said,
it's good because he's a really good artist, and guess what? He's from North London.
Yeah, that's why he was the
I'm telling you, all the best. Well, I wouldn't say all the best, but most of the pioneering musicians usually come from North London. Some from East, but a lot of times it's North London. Like the UK urban music started in my hometown. Like I actually know one of the guys who pioneered UK urban music.
What's the name?
His name is Million Dan.
Never heard of it, so yeah, you got me on that one.
Yeah, UK. The thing is, when UK urban music came out, like there was the original UK hip hop, which was like in the 1980s. Thing like UK actually had its own hip hop scene, but it was kind of like a small subculture, so it didn't really like branch out as much. So a lot of the old veterans, a lot of people don't know them. It's like, people in America, a lot of people don't know people like KRS-One and people like that who are like some of the original hip hop pioneers.
Yeah, Quiet Trash, De La Soul, stuff like that.
And then you think like the UK hip hop culture was even smaller than that. So
yeah, you're right. All right. But like I said, the people I met up there is, of course, I mean, I've done a track with Sway. I've done Baby Blue, Pirelli, Dynamite MC, Next Man, of course, Lachey, Lady Shay,
Man, you just need to work your way up. You just need to work your way up the ranks to Alpha Disciple, like.
Don't worry, man. You're gonna see your push going on next week. Just trust me. You'll see.
Okay, cool.
I'm
not in no major rush anyway, so
no, but I'm gonna put your part of the first set of people I'm pushing, man, for real.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And don't worry, man. And don't worry, man. I got some good lyrics for your Song of Storm beat. Don't watch that. I've got the lyrics down already.
I'll be waiting, man.
I ain't gonna lie though. I had to speed up the beat quite a bit to accommodate
I know you said so. You said so. I understand that. It's cool. It's cool.
It's just I like slow flows just don't work for me too well. I'm a skippy person.
I can see that.
Yep.
Huh?
He said he could see that.
Yeah, I mean, I can rap over slow. I can rap over like 90 BPM beats, but you know, I can rap over. I can rap over any beat in all honesty, but I just prefer to do it over the faster beats.
I
I'm
do
an
that.
artist, man.
I got you. I got a preference really. Just give me something I can feel comfortable with, and I'll get it down with it. That's the way I look at it.
Wait, you spit, Liger?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I spit, sir. Again, how much time I give you the damn website that you can go check it out?
No, man. Come on, man. I've been putting like I put a video on my channel about it.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not about you. I'm talking about timeout.
Hey, I've been out. I've been out since 6 months. I haven't been doing nothing for 6 months, man.
I got you, man.
I
Nah,
just got
man.
back into the groove of things like a few weeks ago.
It was what it was back in. It was. I could say this on here because again, now people don't know me anyway. I figured that, but it was a girl who did some shady stuff when I was in high school. It made me do my first song that went popular.
Oh shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, baby mama drama. When she pulled that crap on me, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I did that song as a joke, whatever. And somebody in the presence of somebody else, and they were like, man, that is hot. I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't meant it. I did not meant it like I didn't mean it like I was just putting words in my head with a freestyle. What happened was, to be honestly, what happened was one of my friends was in a band.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the show with him and with the band, whatever. So they had to do an intermission. So he asked me, "Yo, how that girl's doing?" Blah 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 blah. I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Man, she ain't talking, man." Because after she put me through all that drama with that stuff, I said, "Nah, man, she ain't talking. That's crazy." So he was like messing around with the guitar. He's like, and so we were messing around and we were spitting. And then I was like, and so he changed up the keys. I was like, "I know my mama want me about this crazy lady. I met the Spanish mommy who said she had my baby. When I met the honey, she already had the belly, and now she wants to tell me that I'm the baby daddy."
Oh God.
That's brilliant.
That's the first verse, and then people thought it was like, "Whoa, this is." But here's the thing: we was doing this, and we were crossing by the stage, and he was playing the guitar, and people thought that was a part of a song. I was like, "Whoa, whoa!" And then I went back home and I wrote the second and third verse. And hey, for any people out there who's ladies, the third verse is basically talking about female. I hate my baby daddy. So the song is basically I hate my baby mama, but the second part was I hate my baby daddy. So I was equal on both sides, but that's what kicked it out for me. I was like, okay, and then I started doing a little bit of reggae stuff, which is that was mostly soca, which is from the Caribbean where we're from. That's the kind of music we do. And then I did a little bit of reggae, and then I started producing music. And then when I started doing music, that's when I came a little better. I be a little famous, a little bit more better. And then of course, 2005, I started signing people. 2002 I started have my label. 2005 I started signing people and everything. And then in 2007 we got our first platinum. That year we got 2 platinum selling albums. And after that, it took off like wildfire from then, man.
Remember, I'm gonna be saying all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to correct my earlier statement about that. Where I found the article, it wasn't on Kotaku. It was actually on GameSpot, which
they make it worse.
I was just about to say that.
They make it worse.
Which they said themselves. I'm not sure about this. They interviewed the.
They interviewed this. They did, but they were talking about Easter eggs. Just like how Bayonetta had an Easter egg of Star Fox. They were talking about the Star Fox gonna have an Easter egg with Bayonetta.
Yes.
And again, I have not seen nothing solid to say anything, but I'm not doubting that because because look, if Sega wants to do a 3, it sold over 1 million. So Nintendo paid off a good amount of money to Sega so they could play the games. So Sega made money off the deal, and Platinum made money off the game, and Nintendo made money off the deal. So
win-win situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone's happy.
So if the game sells and makes money, then that makes more. Then the money makes more games. That's
the thing. That's the thing people don't realize with Nintendo is that. That's the thing people don't realize with Nintendo is people think that Nintendo doesn't support developers. It doesn't like. as a developer, if you can prove that you're willing to put the work in to develop on the system, Nintendo will support you in some way, shape, or form. They've marketed third-party games. They've gone with third-party companies and helped them with development and things like that. You know, they do these things. They do. Like you may
But you
have to
have to,
pay.
but you have to show that this. You say you have to show that you're not going to stab them in the back like all the other publishers did it over the
Well,
years.
it's just like if you're, because as you're, you know, as a third party developer, you're looking to create a contract with the person, with the company you're going to develop a game for. You know, your fee, they're doing a favor for you by providing you a platform. So you're essentially applying for a job. And when you apply for a job, the person that you apply for a job to, they don't write your CV for you. They don't buy your clothes that you wear for the interview. They don't give you the money for your travel and stuff like that. They don't tell you the information about the business. You have to go do those things and find those things out for yourself. And you have to present yourself in a way that shows that, you know, I am going to put my all in when I do this job.
Apply
You
for
know,
a job,
it's no different.
more like apply for an opportunity.
Well, whichever way you look at it, the concept, the scenario is more or less the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, but look, if look, Bayonetta, they made their money. That's good. Look at again, go to Koei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo,
Yeah.
all they wanted to sell again, just to make money, just to be profitable, to make
And
profit
look,
and
and
be
look,
happy. They all they wanted to sell was 100,000 copies in America for Hyrule Warriors.
and they
That's all they
sold
wanted to
over
sell.
1 million.
This is the best. That's the best selling those
Dynasty
kind of
Warriors.
games they ever had. That's why they were so quick to say, "Hey, Nintendo, can I do something else? Can I do something else?" And say, "Hey, do this with 3DS." And I guarantee you that thing will sell like crazy too.
Hmm. Well,
It's,
people will buy that game just to get Toon Link and Tetra.
and Lincoln.
That was just like
Oh yeah.
one of those indie developers when they said the Wii U doesn't have a big install base, but when they sell games on the Wii U, they make a lot of money off of it. You know,
That's what Wave
I
4.
can't remember. Yeah,
Well,
I can't remember who said it, but
it's like what's the point? Well, what's the point of having 100,000? What's the point of having 100 million users if only? What's the point of having 100 million users if only 5 million them? If only 10 million of that, 10
yeah,
million of them are buying your games? I'd rather have 20 million users, knowing that half that install base is buying the games at least.
and actually,
You forgot to mention one thing. 100 million consoles, only 10 million of them buying it. But here's the key thing. That 10 million is not going to be the threshold.
Oh,
He
you know what
wanted
it is? Well, you know what it is. It's just that like when you the thing is in a way the Wii U being having a smaller install base actually can the Wii U's install base being so small actually can does in somewhat way work in Nintendo's advantage. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm just saying the advantage is that Nintendo doesn't have to worry. Nintendo will never have to worry about producing more than 11 million copies of games.
Yeah, but I mean,
They will never have to. They will not have to worry about that. They will not have to worry about producing 11 million copies of a game, more than 11 million copies of a game. So, in terms of production costs actually end up being cheaper because of the smaller install base. And if they're selling to more than half the install base, and not having to worry about as high the production cost, and they're making more of the profit.
well, if the way you just said it,
it evens out eventually.
Well, no, because
I mean, not evens out, but if you have more people to sell to, then you have to buy.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Obviously, like if they had a larger install base, I know they would make more money. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is they're not having to worry about What I'm saying is the production cost isn't as much of an impact with lesser users. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, if it was 1 to or a million, it made no difference. Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
That part you're right. No, if it was 1 or million as a install base, it didn't make no difference. Because the one thing Nintendo does is they budget.
Yeah. So
I wish
yeah.
I wish Square learned that. I wish Capcom learned that. I wish a lot of game publishers learned that.
Well,
Because
agreed.
again,
To be honest, I
because
don't even
again,
think it's so much the Japanese side. I think it's more the Western side of these developers.
I just wish. No, well, yeah, actually Western too. That's why I said I'm scared because Square Enix Europe is more that Western development mentality. That's what that Western mentality is. What is it just I don't like that way it's set up, and that's why again Square Japan and Square Enix Europe is fighting. I don't want them to knock themselves out like Sega.
Well, I think worse. I think if what you're saying is true and Square is talking to Nintendo, because you got to remember Square produced a lot of games on the 3DS that all do very very well. So, hopefully this is just a theory. Hopefully, worst comes to worst, Square in Japan just separates and becomes its own company.
If they
maybe
could buy
maybe not
if
maybe
they
not.
could buy themselves out, they could do that. I don't know if they have the capital to buy themselves out because all the money is still going to still develop all these crazy
Well,
ass
worst
games
comes to
they
worst, all
have.
the best developers go and leave and go to Monolith Soft. That way we get those games exclusive.
We'll get the developers, but not the IP.
Yeah,
Who cares? We can make new ones.
exactly. 'Cause, hey,
Exactly.
you made Xenoblade Chronicles. Hell, and that was a good. This is so far a good game, so I ain't gotta worry about that.
You know,
But,
there's one thing you forgot to mention in your podcast, Liger, and
well,
I guess not being like so heavy on the tech stuff, it's probably just something that might have just gone over your head. But with the whole when they mentioned the whole situation of Bloodstain, like because a lot of people talk about Bloodstain and the cost for the Wii U version, but no one talks about how Ukulele, which was and I know you know this as well. No one really talks about Ukulele, which only had a small budget for the Wii U, but to go on the PS4 and the Xbox One, they had to have they needed they needed $1 million in the Kickstarter.
because they were gonna develop the game on a Wii U only because they
Exactly.
know that was that was the fan base that were gonna buy the game.
And not only just that as well. It's just that obviously they started development originally on the Wii U, and then to move to the other systems, it's obviously going to cost more to port over.
Yeah.
Just like with the situation with Bloodstained, it was never originally meant to come. It was never originally planned for the Wii U, but when they saw that people wanted it, they put the Kickstarter out and said this is how much it's going to cost, and well, people supported it in the end. However it turns out, we'll just have to wait and see. But
that's why and that's the only thing
that's what I'm saying. That's one of the points I was saying you missed out.
Oh no, and I ain't really missed out. It's just that when you're going with somebody and you could see that some cases he trying to say like I let him talk to what it was because I want him to say that what he wanted to say. So no, I understand the point that you just point out, and the thing that killed me is again. I told you know what I've said. I have not said it on live, but keep your eye out for Bloodstain. It could be a great game. It could be a bad game. And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about optimization. I'm talking about optimization. I'm not talking about the game story or the gameplay. I'm talking about optimization.
In all honesty, I don't really when it comes to video games, it's just one of those things. If it comes to my system, if it comes to my system. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad.
And that's what I've been saying.
How I
No, and that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I am saying. I'm just saying that people got this. I don't like people pushing this falsehood of like, oh, this is the people who helped develop Metroid Prime. No, they won't. No, they didn't. They just did the designs for the game. They didn't
which game?
Huh?
I mean, are you talking about the which game?
Armature.
Okay.
Yeah, they just did the designs for the game. They didn't do no coding for the game. They just dropped the background and draw the designs and stuff like that. So that all the games, only one game. All the games they did is ports.
Look, Liger, you banging that on is just you banging that on is gonna go through people's ears as much as me banging on that RAM does not equate to performance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You got me on that. You're right.
It is what it is. Like, let people, there's an old Caribbean saying, and I'm sure you know it even better than I do, and that's if you can't hear, you must feel. We'll all see when the game comes out.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Wait a minute. What?
If you can't hear, you must feel.
Oh.
If you don't have, because basically, for I don't know how you set it up, but for us when we being little kids, if you ain't here, if my grandma like you ain't here, I say, then you get a whooping because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go feel,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
go feel.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So that's just how it's gonna be. Like if the game turn, like I said, if the game turns out good, it turns out good. If it turns out bad, it turns out bad. All I know is that it's my money. I was never that fussed about this game to begin with. In all honesty, like I mean, don't get me wrong. I played Castlevania Dawn of Sorrows on the DS. That was an amazing game, but it's like
yeah.
I'm not a major Castlevania fan. It's not a game I'm just gonna go and run out and buy. Like that Castlevania Dawn of Sorrows was actually a gift, and I played it. I enjoyed it, but it's just I'm not a major Castlevania. I'm not gonna run for Castlevania like I would Zelda. So if with Bloodstain comes out, if it's a good game, it's a bad game, big whoop.
Well, that's what I was telling him about. He want Kingdom Hearts 3 to come to the NX again. I don't know what the NX is, but when it comes to NX, if it comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. Like I said, that's why I said with Freedom Planet. Freedom Planet 2 is coming out. If it don't come out for my Wii U, I'll just get it for PC like I normally would have got it. And you know what? And I know every good game don't need to come to my console of choice. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying that I never. That's why I was saying I don't buy consoles at the beginning. And Triple M, me and him before you guys jump in when you talk about one game that make you buy a console. I never buy no gaming console for one game. Ain't going to. I'm not going to. I need at least 4 or 5 games to make me say, yeah, I want to buy this console. And with the Wii was 6 games before I bought the console. I bought 6 games at the launch for my Wii U. Again, this is me. I'm not saying for you guys. This is me. That's why I can't. So I can't say, oh, that Xenoblade will be. I said it. If anybody watched my my Xenoblade Chronicles review, I said this is not the game that's worth buying the console for. It's not.
Nope. Yeah. Not unless you're actually a fan of that genre.
Yeah. But it's still, I wouldn't do that because, and then after that, the thing. I'm gonna buy one DVD. I'm gonna buy a DVD, a $600 DVD player, which basically a lot of PlayStation guys did in the last generation. I'm gonna buy me a PlayStation DVD player for one DVD, please.
Looking at the game sales, you would think that's just what they did for this generation.
That's a good one.
I know.
For some reason, it looks just like the PS2 days.
It's over here in the UK, we got this hype with the new hoverboards. These fake segways, and
you better don't make your house get catch on fire.
Why do you say that?
Because they catch on fire, they spontaneously combust.
Well, I'm glad I ain't got one of those. I see people. I just don't get the hype with them. Yeah, it's a cool novelty to have, but it's just like to actually be going up and down on road with them. What is the point? Are you that lazy to walk?
Yeah,
possibly.
Like, what? I don't understand it. Like, just get on your 2 feet and walk. What the point is? Like, it doesn't. Like, I can understand if you.
You hear yourself?
Huh?
You hear yourself? We got gamers who don't want to read reviews, who just want to take their eyes and scan something, but looking at the number. And you talking about people just wanted to get us.
No, I'm using it as a comparison, and the fact that people just go for everything because of trends.
Yeah. That's why. That's one of the reasons I could argue him down from that point. He think that because the sales is the important factor. Okay, if you think that's the important factor, even though
McDonald's is a popular food brand. Does that mean I'm going to eat McDonald's every day? Because I guarantee if I did, I'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
Everybody, look at this.
People. This is the thing. People say, oh, if this person people will say things like, oh, if this person jump off a bridge, would you? And the person would say no. But in all honesty, psychologically, that's what a lot of people are doing. It's a self-destructive behavior. It's no different from jumping off a bridge. You're just doing it very slowly.
Well, okay. Time out knows it because he's in where
Like
he
I
is.
said, there's a saying that if you're just if your mentality is stagnant, then you're as good as dead.
True, but look, let's go with time out. You know this. When everybody say fast food, and it could be a negative connotation to it, but when they say fast food, everybody say, "Oh, fast food chicken. Where's the best?" You say you're gonna buy fast food chicken. Everybody gonna think of what? KFC.
Yeah.
Even
But
though they're not even one of the best.
they're not the best, and the number one selling thing because KFC has the brand name, it has the trend. But but Taiwan, you know this. You have Chick-fil-A, right?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sells more chicken food and everything than KFC, but KFC has the brand recognition,
Yeah.
and their chicken is way better than the KFC's chicken.
Yeah.
But that's what is going on. That's what I'm trying to say. That trend, you said it, Micah. That's what I'm trying to say I was trying to say to John. It doesn't because it's that, and
Well,
because
it's like over here in the UK, you have the two biggest trending supermarkets are Asda and Tesco. Asda being a subsidiary to Walmart. So this is
okay,
basically the UK Walmart. It
okay,
is
Yeah.
actually owned by you. It is actually owned by Walmart.
hmm
Um, but yeah, but they're the most popular trending. Like you ask most people about, oh, where do you shop? It's either Asda or Morrison's. But the supermarket that makes the most profit at the moment, the supermarkets that make the most profit are Aldi, um, Lidl, and Morrison's. Aldi and Lidl because they sell similar products that the main supermarkets sell, that the big brands sell, but they're from other parts of Europe, so they import them over, so it's cheaper for them to sell. Whereas and Morrison's is just popular because of their reliability. They source their own foods. Their foods, when they had like a horse meat scandal over here in the UK, and Morrison's was the only supermarket not affected by it because they were the only company that sources their own foods. Like they have their own butchers, their own farms, their own um yeah, they have their own butchers, their own farms, their own fishmongers and everything like that.
So
So
so basically, so basically,
they
so
go
basically, you're
on.
saying they have their own ecosystem.
Yes, like Nintendo. And they're out of all the UK, because Aldi and Lidl aren't UK supermarkets, but out of all the major UK commercial supermarkets, they are the most profitable.
well,
Hey, I
like I
don't know how many times
And
it has to be, it has to be said.
I wonder who else operates like that.
I don't know how many times it has to be said. Nintendo can survive without third party. PlayStation and Microsoft gaming divisions. I always say that the gaming divisions, anyways,
yeah,
can't survive without third party. And
Well, you think about it.
I think,
What took Nintendo off? It wasn't third party. It was their own games. That's what
yeah.
took them off in the first place.
I don't, and I guess that's the thing I was kind of confused about with this. I guess the only real thing, yeah, what the dude's name is,
turnajon.
yeah, him, was I guess I couldn't grasp how I couldn't grasp how he couldn't grasp the fact that Nintendo can survive without third party. They're doing it now. They've done it. And what makes you think they? I mean, like I was like, okay. It's proven you're admitting that they are surviving right now. Really good. They're the only ones really making a good profit this generation currently.
Yeah.
I think
You
you. I think,
admit that, yet you still can't come to the conclusion. You still are skeptical, or you still don't believe for some reason that they can't do it. Yet they're doing it and been doing it. Yet you somehow think these other companies are good to go just because they're like, yeah, they're so popular, whatever, whatnot, and they're not making that much. They're barely making any profit. I mean, what makes you think that a company will survive, keep surviving, where they're not making any money? Like we all know the shareholders, I believe.
well, here's
You
the
know,
thing. Here's the thing with me because I see that he is trying to equate survive with success.
yeah,
He wants Nintendo to succeed, but I guess in his way of thinking, to succeed, no, to survive, you need to succeed. With
well,
uh,
they
I mean,
they 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 are succeeding in the sense of they're doing what they need to do. make that profit, so they're succeeding.
But they're not.
He means succeeding in the sense of being the top dog, the top dog. Okay, in that sense, no, they're not. They're not. Okay, they don't have that. They don't have that Wii, sales, the NES sales, and whatnot. They don't got, as far as over the competition. They don't have that. But what they do have is what they're supposed to have, and what really matters the most is that profit. Like Indu was trying to dig in his head is, hey, if you ain't making profit, eventually, your shareholders or whatever, they going to be like, hey, cut that crap off. Eventually this is going to come to an end.
There's a simple saying in this, and that's empty barrels make the most noise. And what happens in this? Who makes the most noise in this industry? Is it not third party?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, that's the thing that kind of did kill me. Like, I'm pointing out, I built it up so he understand what's going on. That's what I was trying to make sure with the whole process. I built it up from the 64 all the way up to now. But also the thing that killed me is I said, if Xbox division made again in 7 years made $700 million and Nintendo made $730 million in 1 year, don't you think that is such a big whopping difference?
Well, the Pokemon company in 2014
made $2 billion.
Yeah, in 1 year.
That's stuff that's so why, as you said, Mike,
3DS. I think there was 1 year where in North America alone, 3DS was a $1 billion industry.
I won't be. You know what? I won't even.
Reggie himself said that.
I said I won't be surprised if that's not true. That's true. Sorry, that is true. But the number I just point out, and you even knew you just said with the and I went back to last generation, Mario Kart, Mario Kart Wii, as we talked about it when we had the thing when we asked the question on the Loss of Brain Cells podcast. One game.
A bit of rap there still.
No, but yeah, come on. One game outdid Black Ops 1. I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1. It outdid all those games, and all those games are on different platforms. Game.
Look, you know what Nintendo's biggest problem is? Nintendo only has one major problem right now, and that's their brand awareness. That is the only problem they have. And that is not 100% Nintendo's fault. That is just years of conditioning over time. We as people, we don't pass down certain information. So a lot of kids that become gamers now, they don't know about Nintendo. They have Call of Duty billboards posted in their face. A lot of the TV shows they're watching on channels that aren't really made for kids. Because if you go on kids' channels, Nintendo advertise a lot on them. But they go on channels that aren't really meant for kids and stuff like that. They're on the internet. They've got all this stuff going on the place and all this kind of thing. You got parents that are just buying kids these games to shut them up and stuff like that. So it's just like, this is what is pumped in these kids' faces. A lot of these kids don't know about Legend of Zelda. There are a lot of gamers out there now, even my age, that don't know what a Wii U is.
Yeah, I understand that. But what you just brought up there is the one thing that killed me to everybody. Then when I said the whole thing about the Amiibo Festival and everything, it's like about the whole family thing. I'm like, that's what Nintendo does. It's family. They always says family.
It's like John Lucas said, if you don't do family, if you don't do family, then where are the next generation of gamers coming in? It is not even just a moral, it's not even just an ethic thing from Nintendo, it is actually a business move. When Nintendo invests in the long term, it's not even just on the business, it's not even just on the level that we see, it's on an even much wider scale. Nintendo is investing in the new generation of gamers, the people who are going to buy their games 10 years from now.
And not only that, people who are going to make their games in the future.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was trying to point out too, that look, all the other companies that built their name on Nintendo, where are they now? Konami, Capcom, Square. Look at all of them got financial problems. Nintendo is the only one that ain't got a financial problem. And look at all the developers who made those games. Kenji Inafune, Igarashi, all these guys, they're not with the same company that they made their game with. They made
And
the
if
company in the
and
first
if you,
place.
and if you look at all the old school developers that worked for these companies, a lot of them are with Nintendo now.
Some are with Nintendo, and the thing that killed me is none of these developers, like everybody got with Kojima. Nobody's shadowed Kojima.
Hmm.
So if something happened to Kojima, what gonna happen? Again, we have Kondo for Mario Kart. It's in safe hands. Miyamoto just gonna oversee, but Miyamoto knows Kondo gonna take it. Inuma, he knows the Zelda. Inuma knows
And I
Zelda.
swear Zelda's prepping the next successor now.
Yeah, that's why I said the person who did Triforce Heroes, Hitachi, he gonna be the next Zelda producer. He was a
See?
producer for that, so he Inuma's not gonna take over. So
I mean, you look at the team that made Splatoon. They were a new group of young developers, and they're the ones that Miyamoto brought in.
yeah,
The garage team, aren't they called?
yeah, Yusuke.
Hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, dude, these guys are young developers who looked up to Miyamoto and said, "Wow, whatever," and they taught and he helped with designs and ideas and everything else. But yeah, they were a young team, and they turned Splatoon
And
around.
it's into an overnight success.
Not even a success, a phenomenon, dude. Again,
Hmm.
for Splatoon a shooter to sell over 1 million in Japan is crazy.
That's creating history right there.
That is history. Nobody, no game done that yet.
None.
None.
See, I didn't
Mhm.
even know that. And you said, oh shoot, that's pretty
I'm not surprised because shooters sell like shit in Japan.
Yeah.
And
Hell,
this is the first shooter where this is the first shooter where you can't not see Japanese people playing.
yes. And then the next thing killing me is when he was saying that the sales are
Every
not.
time, no matter what time I go on that game, I'm like, do some of these Japanese people even sleep, fam? I'm going on this thing. I'm going on Splatoon at like 10 o'clock in the night, and I'm thinking to myself, nah, the Japanese should be asleep. I should just have a bunch of easy Yankees to deal with. I'm like, what do these Japanese people sleep? It's like 3 in the morning where they are.
Yeah. No, but look, and that's the next thing that killed me. He was like, okay, the PlayStation, what I was saying that the sales, they're only doing the bundle stuff. They're doing right now the bundle for Xenoblade Chronicles is they're not doing that. They're doing it for Splatoon and Mario Maker. But Xenoblade Chronicles has sold crazy for November and December again, and the game came out in May. You got a resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
Good game, as Red Fox said. If you make good games, it's gonna sell. And that's why he was like, I love it. I gotta give it to you, turnajon. You didn't take the bet, and you were saying you want to play it safe. Cool. I was like, I bet you those games. I bet you those games. When I was talking about the Amiibo Festival, or whatever, it's like, yeah, well,
Mario Tennis.
yeah,
You know why those games are gonna sell? Because Nintendo's gonna continue releasing content for them.
yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing with me about Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I'm hearing all of you people. Well, maybe I should mention names like Red Fox One, Mr. T, Terminator Jews, Terrell, and by the way, I'm giving them shout out for that because those guys are good. But anyway, they say that this game is horrible, by our standards, in the not for the technicality standpoint
No,
of bugs and
it's subjective.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over there soon, but yeah, subjective. And to be honest, at first I was in favor of their subjectivity, but then I kind of draw myself back when I noticed the price. Now, if Amiibo Festival was actually $60 game, and I mean without the amiibos themselves, I would agree with them. But since it's coming with the amiibo, and even though it's about like what $50 or $60 tops, and the amiibo already cost about $12, or maybe even 20, 20 to the max. So seeing that, it's not a full price. It's not full priced.
It's gonna sell amiibos.
Yeah.
They're gonna sell amiibo cards, so that's extra money they're making. And the thing that killed me about that's the one thing about.
Can I just jump in here? Look, I just want to say this. Why do people care so much? Like, really, if you don't like the game, you don't buy it. You really think Nintendo's got? You really think that every single game Nintendo makes is just going to be made for you? Do you think I give a fuck what a reviewer says about Amiibo Festival? I know what type of game it is. I can see what type of game it is. I know the reviewers aren't going to be feeling it because they have a certain mindset with the type of games they review. So I know who Nintendo are trying to appeal to with this game. You really think I give a fuck what it sells or anything like that? I'm not putting my money into it. I don't care about it. It doesn't appeal to me.
But here's the thing, though.
It doesn't appeal to me.
I know.
I'm not this shit like it's Legend of Zelda or something like that. This is Amiibo Festival, for frick's sake. It's some little party game, for frick's sake, man. Why is everyone getting so annoyed over some little party game that was, it was it's just foolishness. It was designed for family, and I'm sure there's families who it's like Just Dance, for instance. Now, if most people would say Just Dance is a rubbish game. It was never made for you. I've got Just Dance. I played it. I actually enjoy it. And I buy it because my sister likes it as well. Because she likes dancing. She's into that kind of stuff. That's who it's meant to appeal for. Now, at the end of the day, no reviewer is going to be able. The one thing I say about when it comes to casual games, no reviewer is ever going to be able to justify a casual game. Because they review them like they're hardcore games. These are not hardcore games. You have to take them for what they are. If you don't like the game, fine. What does the sales have anything to do with you? If you knew you wasn't gonna buy it, then why the fuck do you care? For frick's sake, man, what is wrong with these people? Lord have mercy.
Now you did name drop Zelda, which I'm going to say Triforce Heroes, which is not getting. It's getting attention, but not the kind that you would think would be all gangbusters and praise.
That's a Zelda effect again, so I don't give a damn about that either. No, I'm gonna buy I don't have Triforce Heroes. I'm gonna buy it, and I bet you I'm gonna enjoy it because because a lot of people who I know who got the game, they said it's fun with multiplayer, but they still have a good single player campaign.
Hey, it looks fun as hell, man. When I get the chance, I'm gonna buy that shit.
Look, but the thing that killed me is with Amiibo, and that's why again I point that out in the thing, like you said, Michael, with fewer words. But I point that out, saying, okay, why do you worry about it?
I just had to get it off my chest, man.
No problem.
It's on my nerves. It actually gets on my nerves.
No, I got you. That's why you saw when I had a podcast. And again, shout out to Red Fox when he said, it's my stance that if it's not for people, it's for somebody else. That's why I said, because I know I have two of my employees who enjoy the game. Everybody's talking about, I put 20 hours, 40 hours in Xenoblade Chronicles. They put 50 hours in Amiibo Festival.
Hey, I put that much in LBX the first day.
But I'm just saying they put that much time with their kids on Amiibo Festival. And
Look,
even so, the game was not made for you. So why would I say it's a bad game if it was never made for me? Minecraft, it doesn't appeal to me, but it appeals to millions. You have tens of millions of people who love that game.
In Japan, well, not tens of millions, but it's selling surprisingly.
Okay, look, here's an example. Here's another example. The largest online multiplayer game that is out there right now, and no one can deny this, is World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft is the largest online multiplayer game right now, which is on the PC, by the way. So I don't know why everyone hypes up the online thing when it comes to Microsoft and Xbox, like they got the biggest online fan base. But that's another story.
Oh, I know they don't have that.
Hold on, they do have the biggest online base, but it's separated in different games.
Yeah, I think even if you combine those online things, they're not gonna match up to World of Warcraft.
No,
Okay, fair enough. I'm out of
yeah.
blowing out of proportion.
But
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
like,
because even if you
but
go, wait, I'll say one thing. Like you said, if you do that with all those games, because again, if you take all those games, like I just said with the Call of Duty, it's still, and you put all Mario Kart Wii games on online, they're not gonna match up because we gonna
mhm.
kill it. But go ahead, Micah.
But yeah, thing you look at World of Warcraft, it's got a 13 plus million user install base. You know, how often do you hear that game spoken about? How often do most of the gamers we know and talk to, how many of them are really putting hours into World of Warcraft, or even playing the game, or paying for any form of subscription or whatever? Yet no, you don't really hear anyone talk too tough about that game or anything like that. Yet it's got the largest online install base, which just goes to show you, just because something is trending, it don't mean shit. How often do you hear people talk about World of Warcraft unless you go to dedicated World of Warcraft videos?
Or
You don't.
StarCraft.
You don't hear people talk about these things, but yet the numbers they're pulling in are way better than any trend that's going on right now.
That's a good point. Yeah.
No, and that's what I'm saying. The trend, this whole thing with trend, and like I said, and look, that's why I brought the Nelson report. If the number one reason people buy Wii U is for fun, while the others are not, while the others are for features and online, then they don't. Again, if the NX is a home console, it's not gonna be no big seller as this savior of the minions that these people looking for. That part right there, I could say anybody who's got turnajon and everybody's got question. You guys are gonna be so disappointed. You're gonna
No,
be so
but
What you trying
here,
to what
here,
you
here,
trying what you trying to save? Some popularity contest? My
here,
God.
here- here's what's
Is
gonna
that
happen though. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, carry on.
Okay. No. Oh, this is not what's gonna happen. But here's what I'm saying is gonna happen. So Nintendo, you're right. If it's based on the fun factor, it's not going to sell because Nintendo, it's all for the fun, and enjoying your games and stuff, whatnot. But check this out. I think Nintendo is about to cause some havoc. I think this I don't know why, but for some reason I think this DNA thing is about to just. I have this feeling that they about to just what do you call
I
it?
think I think Nintendo is
No,
about
no,
to
no, hold on, hold
complete.
on. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I think they're about to do so much. Now I don't want to say advertising, but somehow, some way, I think they're going to use social media. Just go crazy with it with this. Gosh dang it!
well, you said it, Micah. You said it because they will do what they could do on the mobile platform to
Hello,
push them over to the Nintendo platform.
so
Well, this is I'll take it even a step further
huh?
than what Time Out said, even though I know he's on the phone at the moment. But
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll take it a step further than Time Out
Just
took it.
drop
I
drop off
think
the thing.
Nintendo are gonna. From what I can see and what you've told me, like I think Nintendo are going to completely separate themselves from the industry and become their own industry.
I won't be surprised. They have their own ecosystem. Hell,
To be honest, they are pretty much their own industry at this point. So I think they're just
but
gonna make that. I think they're just gonna make that official. Like I think it's just gonna be a thing where we are Nintendo. This is us, and these are the people who choose to work with us.
well, yeah, because Reggie said they're not competing with Xbox and PlayStation. Iwata said we're not competing with Xbox and PlayStation. Shigeru Miyamoto said we're not competing with
Look,
Xbox and PlayStation.
look.
Well,
I have a saying which I just created now. The man who the man who wins the war is the one who was nowhere near where it took place.
well,
That's a good one.
in
It's because
recent like
if you're not involved in the war, then technically you've won it because you've never had to you didn't
Yeah,
have to lift a
yeah.
finger.
I got what you're saying. I know you, man.
well,
I'm with you.
in recent news, apparently, and I'm reading by the title alone on Nintendo Everything, Koei Tecmo hints at NX being a home console. There, I said it.
Again, it is what it is. I don't care. Whatever.
Same here, like Koei Tecmo can hint all they like.
All right, but
chances are Koei Tecmo never even said that.
Yep, it could be. But go ahead.
Some next mistranslation and stupid interpretation.
I don't know. We just can't wait until Nintendo said E3. We just wait until then and shut up.
They don't want to wait, man. They don't want to wait. But
no, wait, man. These guys are jacking off to this concept. This concept. This concept be like the porn that does everything for them.
I'm gonna push my concept real quick. This little idea. Oh, it's not for the NX though. But well, actually, maybe it is. I don't know. Anyways, for your point though about Nintendo not selling as many consoles if people are looking for it, because people enjoy the Nintendo consoles was fun. I think Nintendo's about to explode with not advertisements but advertisements with social media with this mobile stuff. I think they're about to. I think everybody mentioned it before that they're going to try to, and I think Nintendo mentioned it as well. They're going to try to push people from the mobiles to their console. Yeah, so yeah. I think they're going to go on a campaign of just slaughtering Twitters and Facebook and make this. You know how you got the Miiverse, not Miiverse. We had the Miiverse on Wii U and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to make some sort of. And this is just me just thinking of it just now. Well, not really thinking of it, but just blabbering off. Anyways, I think they're going to have some sort of Facebook-like integration, whatever, and an app on your phone, so it's going to be like what's that game? It's not a game that they mentioned not too long ago.
Miitomo?
Yeah, that. So something like that, but it's like I don't know. It's like it's going to be like addictive, so everybody's on it, and they're going to say, "Hey, get the Wii U, get the NX, do more." It's like this big. Whatever. Yeah, go on and say what you want to say.
No, I think it is. I think it's gonna be to a point where I think Nintendo are gonna push it to a point where your NNID is literally everywhere you go.
That's what I'm trying to say right there. Bam.
Your NNID is literally everywhere you go. Like Miiverse is already a sign of, Nintendo having some form of social network, and it already does things similar to like Twitter and Facebook. You have a profile, you can follow people, you can make comments and things like that.
But Miiverse is so live. It's like, bam. It's of course there's little me's, but it's live. You can see people walking around. It's a little fun. Guess how many people gonna like that when they see that on some little app like that on Facebook or on phone? Oh, look, somebody's walking on my screen talking to me. What is this?
Put it like this: Nintendo's made that on their own. Now that they've got DNA involved, I see it potentially being taken to the next level.
To the next level.
Like Nintendo's looking to push brand awareness, and as I said before when you was on the phone, I said basically that I think Nintendo is looking to literally separate themselves from the industry and become their own industry, become their own brand. That's why they got the theme park going on as well. Like can you imagine how much that's gonna push like Nintendo?
I forgot about that. That's madness.
Look, all I want, like, there's two things I want. I want a not like real paintball, because real paintball is painful, but like some kind of Splatoon paintball range or something like that, where just flow like water bombs on like spray paint and all that kind of stuff. Well, not spray paint because that'd be poisonous, but like just like a water gun but spraying paint, like all that kind of stuff. And you obviously wear the ink suits and stuff like that. That would be awesome. And also as well, I want like a co-op Laser Quest type thing, like, but in the vein of Federation Force.
Man, it's you know what?
Like if I get that, like, fam, like I will make myself broke just to go to America and go there.
I can see the paintball thing happening, because remember Splatoon was coming out, they had them little short videos with them playing with the paintballs and things. Yeah.
That's exactly where I got the idea from.
Yeah. So I can see that happening.
For all we know, that could have been Nintendo experimenting.
Yeah.
Yep. And I said so.
The reason why I said the Federation Force thing, because like I thought about, like, when I was thinking about it today, I thought to myself, you couldn't really introduce it. It wouldn't be too easy to introduce like a Metroid Prime, Metroid style kind of like attraction without it seeming like a cliche thing, like just a roller coaster or something like that. So, you know, when I saw Federation Force, I thought to myself, you know what? The way Federation Force is done, it would actually make a good concept for a theme attraction. Like if you had some kind of co-op laser quest thing where, you know, you're going after, you're going after some kind of virtual monster, you're going like after virtual creatures and stuff like that, you know, co-op team, and you have to like shoot down. You get what I'm trying to say, basically.
Yeah. To be honest, Federation Force kind of reminds me that Metroid minigame in Nintendo Land, and Federation Force is basically is the idea expanded upon.
Nah, man, Federation Force is some bullshit. That ain't no real Metroid.
But you know, like I said, the point, and even to finish off the point where we talked about the Amiibo Festival again. You see, I hope people understand when I was talking to John. I just basically typed out and tell him, you know what, thank you for joining the cast or whatever, and he was a reasonable person for talking and stuff. The thing I was gonna say is this, because when he brought up the Amiibo, when people bring up the Amiibo Force and they go around like the whole case, like me and Michael just said, or be subjective. Even that, I was like, look what IGN said, and this is what people are already done missing out. So Per Snyder, Jose Otero, and Kathleen Plaguey said, I'm having fun with the game. It's not broken. It's not glitchy. But
There you go.
you give it a low score. That's objective. I have no problem with that. But you give other games that have game-breaking bugs and glitches and everything higher scores. See, that's why I can't do that.
By technicality, that's already almost a failing admission.
Exactly.
No, it's not a fair admission. It's a cheeky check under the table. That's what it is.
A cheeky check under the table. But I mean that's what every time he brought up a point, I was just trying to go counter and say, hey, give him not only one, but like different views to see. Like it's like he came with something, and I was trying to go or circle around him to say, all these things don't make what you just said almost right. You know, if you try to go fact wise, the opinion wise, again, I can't argue his opinion, but I'm just saying all these things is what make the decisions going on now. Nintendo has contract has been broken all time over and over and over and over again. Why would I go back to somebody who's keep on slapping me? I don't get that. And it's not, and that's what I said. A lot of people. That's why I said that. That's why I wanted to start up the whole thing with the whole PlayStation thing, because everybody always think, oh, PlayStation, it was Nintendo who did the whole Philips deal. Nintendo was shady. That's why they did Nintendo. No, Nintendo did the deal. They were wrong. But again, who in the world would let somebody come take 80% of their profits on the stuff that they created? If you do that, you need a slap. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
Mike, you're artist, Mike. Yeah, like I said, Mike, you gonna tell me because you know I'm a label. You gonna tell me you gonna take a deal? I'm gonna tell you, hey, Micah, you make your album, right? And you make your album, and I'm gonna take 80% of the profits. I only give you 20.
I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
Hey.
Slap yourself.
Who would sign that? Are you that?
I'm the one that's staying up all night writing these lyrics and doing these recordings and shit. Like, why am I gonna give you?
So you're telling me? So the thing about it.
That I might as well go sign up to the Illuminati and shit, man. What the hell?
So think about it.
Step my game up, man.
So
I think I need to step my game up.
think about it. So if Sony's deal went through and everything went through, and Nintendo was that stupid, so Sony would have made 80% of the profit off of Mario 64.
Sony would have made some money then, shoot.
They'd have made a lot of money off of Mario 64. Remember, just going at the time of the frame, Mario 64, this game-changing game, they would have made 80% off of that game. While Nintendo, Shigeru Miyamoto would have put all those time, like Michael said, all the time and everything to make that game work. Are you freaking kidding me?
Now,
who signed a deal with need to get like this? You just slap yourself.
Hey, what y'all talking about? Sony signed just like that right now.
No, I can understand if Sony said something like 20% for the use of the disc technology or something like that, but come on, 80%. Come on, you're having a laugh, mate. You're actually having a laugh.
Yeah, Miyamoto was like, Miyamoto did that meme when he like looks at you sideways, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Mhm. But you know what? You know what the cliche saying for Nintendo is right now in all of their systems? It prints money.
Exactly. Exactly. You were gonna say sometime out?
um. Oh, it was just a joke, but it's past. So.
I got you. I got you. Look,
Right now, it's actually Sony has that
Just let
named
you know,
Rock.
like just let you know, like I wouldn't actually say "fuck you, bitch" to you. Like
Yeah,
I'd be
I
thinking
got you.
that, but
I got you. But look, but even though, look. I have, like
I'd
I
be
said,
thinking that. Don't get me wrong.
no.
I'd be
But
thinking
look,
that out loud and clear.
okay, look. When I one of my platinum selling albums have a lot of hip hop R&B stars on it. One of them was Ludacris. Ludacris wanted to with the beats I was doing and everything. He liked it. Oh man, these beats are good. And Michael's first hand, he knows all my beats are. He's like, these things are good. He said, "Oh man, I want to sign you to DTP." I said, "All right," but he said, "I'm gonna keep the masters." I didn't say it to him like you just said, Mike. I thought it. F you. I'm not giving you my masters
Yeah.
because if I give you my masters, then I'm not gonna make. If I do anything with that thing, you make more money than me because you know everybody knows Busta Rhymes. He's one of the biggest pioneer hip hop from over here, from back in the day to now. He's still a good rapper and everything. Everybody knows that. But did you know when he went from Electronic Underground to Interscope, Electronic Underground released an album called Best of Busta Rhymes, right? The hip hop artists, yeah, 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 Janet Jackson, Give Me Some More, all those songs,
All
everybody
his
knows Busta,
classics,
those
basically.
classics. He did not. That thing went platinum. He did not make 1 cent off that album.
I would put it like this: I would rather sell 10,000. I would rather sell 10,000 copies of an EP, knowing that I done it under me, than sell knowing that I done it, or knowing that I own it, rather than sell a million copies of my EP, knowing that I don't own it.
Yeah, because you gonna make you really make less money in most cases. And that's what's called a 360
Hmm.
deal in the music deal. But again, that's what we're
Hmm.
saying. Buster Rhymes did that. Not a penny went to him. A
So
penny.
you know what it is? You know, it's false lifestyle with a lot of these artists. A lot of these places, like people think they get a lot of money. No, like just because you see them in a nice house and everything, that house is more than likely endorsed. Like
Well, well,
their label probably signed a deal for them to have that house.
well. That's true. That's one. But also, if you don't make money with a 360 deal, you don't make money on the CD album sales or whatever. You basically by doing shows. You go touring and stuff. That's where you make your money. So you better hope your songs and singles are that hot that you bring a crowd in to make the money. But after albums and stuff, no. And like I said, that's why Sony would be stupid. That's why Nintendo would be stupid if they did that. They'll be dumb to take that deal. No, hell no. And the same
Hmm.
thing for me. And the same thing for me. One of my favorites. One of my most. What happened is I take a song, a beat. If I made a beat, a track, I mostly sometimes take the same drums out of the track, whatever. So if I signed a deal with Ludacris, he would have had all the rights to that, and I couldn't do it. I'd have to pay him to use my own music, which is stupid. I ain't doing
That is
that.
very stupid.
I'm not doing that. And one of the songs I have used one of the songs 5 times, 5 times with major artists. Well, basically more than that, really. But I'm talking about like so people get researches or whatever and made money off of that. But again, that's the game. That's the thing about the game behind the scenes that a lot of people don't understand with these kind of deals and what's going on and all this craziness. And that's why I said about with Nintendo and everything when people's like, oh well, why don't Nintendo don't make the GameCube game and all that stuff because of what's going on with third party and everything because if nobody want to renege on the deal to make to sign the contract and say okay go ahead and do it, they're not gonna
Thank
get
you.
they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. EA has to come to me and tell me, hey, I want to redo this. I want to do Need for Speed Common or Need for Speed Most Wanted. I have to. I want you to renege on your contract. I say I ain't doing. To me, afterwards, I've seen EA. I say I'm not doing that. You gonna have to pay me because I have rights to those. I have rights to what I put onto your game. And if I don't say that, then they can't make the game. I'm just one person, but then they can't produce the game because I have to sign it away. So there's a lot of things behind gaming. A lot of gamers don't understand. They try to understand. Again, turnajon.
It's not just gaming; it's business in general.
Yeah, and like I said, I care for the company to make money. Nintendo's making money. That means they're gonna make more games. They're gonna make a next Metroid. They're gonna make a next Zelda. They're gonna make all this stuff because they got the money to do it, and they keep on buying them to do it. If anybody out there who's listening, if you want a game just buy the game. Buy the game. That's all it is. Buy the game, and you'll be all right. I said if they have all that crazy DLC practice and stuff, you don't have to buy it. Speak to your wallet because I don't.
God forbid, I know this is not going to happen. If the next Zelda game didn't sell anything and I'm the only one who bought a copy, best believe I'm banging out that copy, no questions asked. I don't care if I'm the only one playing Legend of Zelda. I'm banging out my Legend of Zelda, fam. It's that simple. If everyone else wants to turn against Legend of Zelda, fuck you. I'm playing Legend of Zelda, fam. Done, no, straight up.
And that could be the last Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Well, if it's the last Legend of Zelda, I doubt it. But even if it was gonna be the last Legend, even if for that reason it became the last Legend of Zelda game, well, you know what? I enjoyed the last Legend of Zelda game, straight up.
Yeah, and again, that's the thing with the whole Metroid thing that killed me. Because as I point out with Red Fox and everything, Red Fox, again, he was listening to what we were saying. It was not. He brought the same point I brought up. People talk about, oh, well, the Metroid. Look. If Metroid Prime was such a great game as all you so-called fake-ass fans out there who bought it once or bought it twice or whatever, and I'm being straight up when I'm saying this, then Metroid Prime Echoes, the second one, would have never dropped off lower than the first one.
Exactly, and that's what I keep telling people. People like I want to know, when did all these Metroid fans come out of the woodwork?
That's what I was saying in that one podcast, man. I was like, hold on.
When did all these Metroid fans come out of the woodwork? Half of these people, that's what I'm saying. Half of these people that say they played Metroid, where was you when Metroid Prime 2 dropped up in sales by like 2 million?
Dude, that's what I was saying with when they showed Prime, not Prime, but
Federation Force, I mean.
Yeah, Federation Force. Yeah, I was like, people were saying so much stupid stuff, and it was like everybody had the script from somebody. It's like everybody's reading the same script, all saying the same things. I was like, what?
Yeah, because
it don't seem like you played the game before, like the Primes. It don't seem like you ever played.
All I'm saying, I'm not gonna mention no names, but I'm just gonna play with the essence of this. I'm just gonna play with the essence of this statement right now. I remember, I was in the comment section. I remember I was in the comment section of a video talking about like the numbers of Metroid and stuff like that and how they falling off and stuff. And next minute, I see this person saying about how I see this person bringing out a video saying about Metroid doesn't sell. That's rubbish. I want to know who are you? I want to know who that person answering, like, because me and this person had a big debate in the comment section on this video. So,
I think I was in the same comment section.
This guy, clearly this guy thinks he's slick, and all I'm saying is, fam, you don't have to indirect nothing. If you want to come at me about this, we could sit down and have a discussion one time on Hangouts. Don't be coming with no little indirect videos, because it's not the first time he's done this, and both times has been in regards to Metroid. Like, so all I'm saying is, if we have a little this debate in the comment section, cool. Don't need to be doing no little slight indirect videos at me, bruh. Come at me. I'm on Google Plus. I do Hangouts right now. I do events. I do events on Hangouts right now. I do podcasts. Like, we can hash this out in a discussion. Don't be coming on some chief thing, doing some indirect. Don't be coming on some chief thing. And here in the UK, chief is a slang for something bad. Don't be coming on some chief thing, some moist thing, doing some indirect videos, fam. Come at me. That's what I'm saying. We can have a discussion and hash it out. It's that simple. Come on, you little indirect thing, you chief.
Look, I think I was in that comment section.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that drama, but like I just
no. I think I was in that comment section because I think I got a tattoo on the same subject. It had to have been the same. It had to have been the same comment section because I remember the exact same thing. I said something along the lines of, "Well, maybe Nintendo wants to change it up because they ain't selling well on the Metroid." Oh, that's not the reason. And chaos broke loose. I was
No,
like, whoa.
no. The
Whoa.
Metroid makes profit for Nintendo. That's not the argument. The thing is what I'm trying to say right now. What I said is, look, if you want to even break it down easy, the GameCube came out in 2000. Metroid Prime came out 2001. Echoes was also it sold 3 million. There's more installed base of GameCube when Prime 2 came out. Same platform, same platform, a bigger install base, but it dropped off.
You know what it is? People like
The
to
same
pick and
amount. It
choose.
should have been the same amount of people. At the most, it should have been the same amount of people bought the
You know
game
what it
again.
is? You know what it is? People like to pick and choose their argument. People think because they know that whenever Nintendo sells 1 million, they're making profit. I mean, obviously it's less than 1 million, but people know for a safe bet that if Nintendo's made over 1 million, they're definitely making profit on their games. So these people think that because they say, oh, just because these games have sold over 1 million, you know. It's not like you said, like it's not about making profit at the end of the day. Numbers don't lie at the end of the day. Today, like I said, Nintendo thinks in the long term. One day it may only be 1 million users. The next day it may be 2 million users. You look at the Wii. The Wii U had 100 million install base, but you look at the sales of but yet Metroid Prime 3 sold less than Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube.
Exactly. But but here's what I'm saying, and that you're right on that. Most of that because of casual gamers that got
And
introduced.
people keep saying, "Oh, we want a Metroid with a strong online component." Well, you know what? Metroid did come with a strong online component. It's called Metroid Prime Hunters on the highest selling single handheld out there, the second highest selling console on the market, and yet the game sold less than 1 million. People complain, they say they want online for Star Fox. Well, again, Nintendo's biggest selling standalone device. I'm not talking about Game Boy Advance to get. I know that's all one series. I'm just talking about just the DS on its own.
But it was the biggest departure.
Star Fox Command. I know it's a bit of a departure from the series, but Star Fox Command had online. It had the proper dogfights, but no one bought it. So that's all I'm saying. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. People can chat all their opinions, all they like, and say their little theories and all that kind of stuff. All I'm saying, the numbers are there. The numbers don't lie. I couldn't give a fuck about what people's. I couldn't give a fuck about what people's theories are. Your theories and opinions is all good. You keep that. I respect that. I respect your opinion and everything like that. I have my opinions as well. I would love a Metroid game to come out, but you know what? Numbers don't lie. I don't make the numbers. You don't make the numbers. The sales make the numbers. Well, technically we do make the numbers from this. You get the point. You get the point I'm trying to make. I don't put up the numbers. You don't put up the numbers. All we do is buy the games and contribute towards those numbers at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, my opinion don't matter. Your opinion don't matter in this. What matters is the figures that are shown. And if you can't deal with those facts, they are what they are. If you can't deal with them, well, that's not my problem. That's not Nintendo's problem. It is what it is.
I mean, but again, to even shrink down that conversation even more that you just pointed out, which is cool. Look, it's the biggest install base. It dropped off. I can understand if Metroid Prime, if Metroid, I understand if it was like Metroid Prime to Metroid Prime 2 was on a different console, like you just said. It's not. It's on the same console. You know how to play the game already. The game did not get bad reviews. The
button layout was exactly the same.
And the game got good reviews on all consoles. I mean, on all sites, GameSpot, IGN, whatever.
On all consoles. What is this?
I made a mistake. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but it got good reviews. Metroid Prime got 9.8 in some places, and Echo's got 9.6, 2 decimal points different. And people still didn't want to go buy it. So don't hand me that crap. Don't hand me this crap. What you guys talking about? Oh no. All you guys are one-off fans. The people who are like me, who bought every single Metroid game, is less than 500,000. I guarantee you it.
Yep, because I know I ain't buying them all.
Yeah.
I haven't bought every single Metroid game I bought.
I ain't even bought the first one I played. I don't know how I got that game. Seriously, man. No lie, man.
I've invested in every single Metroid game except the very first one. I didn't invest on Super Metroid on the SNES, but I did buy it on the Virtual Console on both the Wii U and the Wii.
No, I have it. I don't have it on the. I have it on the Wii U. You right? I have it on the Wii. I had it on the Wii U and the Wii. I bought. Like I said, I tripled it.
Oh,
I
and
tripled
Zero
the
Mission.
game.
I didn't buy Zero Mission, but I did play it, and it is a really good game.
Yeah, I played the first game I played was Metroid. Was Metroid 2, Return of Samus, and I went back to play
I didn't buy
Metroid.
Metroid 2 either. So yeah.
And I have the original. I still
Yeah,
have the original.
I did play it, and it was a pretty decent game from what I played.
I still have the original. Look, here it is. I bought Metroid Pro. I bought Metroid. You know, Triple M, do me a favor. I'm gonna call
Yes.
these games. I'm gonna call these games out. Could you just write down a number for me, and by the end, tell me how much games this all together. All this is single one thing. All right.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
Just when you're ready.
Man,
What? What now?
this whole time I know. I guess I'll go take myself to the corner, but
Go to the timeout
I'm
corner.
ready.
but I just now realized it's triple M and double M.
To be honest, I'll be quite honest. I don't know why more people have not mentioned that. I thought it would have been so obvious.
I've said that before. Remember what I said? Go to the.
Yeah,
Remember
I
what I said?
know you said it like, but with all the podcasts I've had, even with Triple M in there, or all the podcasts I've been in Triple M with, no one has really mentioned that.
I was kind of confused. So I was, wait a minute, what the?
Yeah, one of the-
That's right.
One of the podcasts I said when Triple M finished, I said, "Hey, go into the next person minus an M," and it was double M in that one. But Triple M, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here you go. I bought Metroid. Return of Samus, one game. So I bought that. Then I went back and played and get Metroid the original game. Then I have Super Metroid. Then of course I got Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion. Then I got Metroid Prime 2. Then I have Metroid Prime 3. Then I have Metroid Prime Hunters. Then I have Metroid
Batman
Prime.
game.
Then I have Metroid Prime Pinball.
Okay, I didn't buy that one either.
Then I have Metroid Prime Collection, Trilogy Collection. Then I have
that
Metroid
twice.
Prime Collection on the Wii U Virtual Console. Then
Same here.
Then I have Metroid Zero. Then I have Metroid Fusion on Virtual Console. Then I have Metroid, Super Metroid on the Wii Virtual Console. Then on the Wii U Virtual Console. Then I have Metroid Other M. And then I have a special Metroid Prime that is signed by Kenji Yamamoto. How many games are that?
In total, and I'm not even. I'm just counting the trilogy as one game,
Yeah.
which is 17. You bought Metroid games 17 times.
17.
I can't outdo Liger, but yeah, I did my fair share still, so don't watch that.
Oh yeah, make it 18 because I have Metroid Prime Return of
And the nail's just been shot in the coffin.
Oh my
No,
god!
I have Metroid. I have this Metroid. I have Metroid. Return of Samus, the virtual on the 3DS. I have that too. I have the virtual version of that. So I bought Metroid. I bought Metroid. I triple dipped. I got all these Metroid games, virtual and the physical copies. So that's what I'm saying. People who like what I just did, there's no way. That might be maybe 50 people.
You the only one. Don't worry.
Okay, I haven't bought as many Metroid games as Liger, but I've bought my fair share. Don't get twisted.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Either one of the few, or you are the only one.
Yeah, but that's why I was breaking it down in in my video with my retro rant. That's what I'm trying to say. With all these people who bought one game and then played it, had fun and whatever and all this stuff, they ain't no way. Even if you took all those what do you call it? Because Alex person who say he's a big Metroid for active gamer like Red Knight. Red Knight ain't compared to what I just did right there. I could tell you that it ain't happened.
Look,
He ain't compared to what I have.
I can tell you this right now. Oh.
You want to make it even simpler? How about ask that to F-Zero fans?
Oh shoot! I can tell you right now, I'm not a big I like these types of games, but I haven't really played F-Zeros, so I can't say nothing about F-Zero. But Metroid though, the first game of Metroid, honestly, I don't even know where the heck it came from. I just remember one day, me and my friend was over the house, and we was playing Metroid, and I don't even know what the game was called at the time, and we were just playing it, and I don't know where the hell it came from. I didn't know what it was till a few years later when I seen another Metroid game. Like, oh, that's the game. And then, yeah, but anyways, go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm a FP. I'm like an old school FPS fan. I don't really like FPSs now; they make me sick. But I'm an old school FPS fan, and it's Prime that really got me. I didn't really know about Metroid till Prime, but from there I was hooked. From the first Prime game, I put that in the disc and just saw that thing run. I'm like, God damn, this game looks beautiful.
Prime, yeah, it's a good game. Pretty much, that's all you can say. It's a good game. But
Prime is a good game.
And I swear, Prime is the best-selling Metroid game.
It is a good game, but it does Super Metroid did something that a lot of other games didn't do. It told a story without being with a narrative, with ambiance. Not many games did that back at that time. Metroid Prime. What Metroid Prime did was not only a technical feat that what Shinji Miyamoto did. Sorry, I keep on saying Shinji, I know, but Miyamoto did, and also Retro Studios did, but all on Kenshi Tanabe. The thing that killed me is they did stuff in that game that nobody could duplicate, and when people started to figure out how the simplest of things, because everybody was when we had Graham was saying the difference between East and West. Halo came out at the exact same time as Metroid Prime. They came out basically a month apart. But you could see the difference with Western, and you see what Miyamoto did with that game to push it towards where it is to be an adventure. And everybody knows the jumping mechanics. It took until Titanfall for people to get the jumping mechanics looking natural and looking all right. Well, Metroid did that in 2001, and all it did was a simple.
Go on.
All it did was a simple. When you jump in the air, the camera tilts down. And you know where to jump. That's it. Everybody, Call of Duty couldn't do it. Halo couldn't do it. All these guys had messed up jumping mechanics. But Metroid just did a simple job, a simple thing, changed and made jumping so fluid. Platforming in 3D, platforming in the first person.
Look, like all I'm saying is, all that thermal scope shit that Call of Duty was doing in Modern Warfare 2, that shit was in Metroid Prime 2 already with the Dark Visor fam. It was the same damn shit.
Yeah, they did a lot of things in Metroid Prime, dude.
Like all the thermal visor and stuff like that. Like I don't think people understand what it takes to like have something like thermal vision in a video game. Put it like this: you are literally writing you are literally writing a whole different. You're writing the whole game over again, but just with a different type of filter over it. So it's like you think about it. You've got your X-ray visor, you got your scan visor. Well, your scan visor is just a different scope to your standard combat visor, but you've got your thermal visor, which is a completely different overlay. You've got your X-ray visor, which is a completely different overlay of the world. So you've got three of the same game world running at the same time. It's just that some are running in the background and they're available on the fly. Like most games, you would have had to pause the game, change over your scope, and then do that.
Loading.
Yeah, and that's what
Like
that's what.
if you want thermal scope in if you want a thermal scope in Resident Evil 4, you actually have to press start, go into the you actually have to go into your inventory box, switch your thermal scope on, and then go into the thermal scope thing to see it.
Yeah,
Metroid, flick of
did
a
not
button,
fly.
done.
That's why I said when I found out when I went over to Japan that they started development of Mario Maker from since 2009 because and 2009 and it came out now and no game breaking bug, no super big glitches, and it's still supported with all these skins or whatever because remember the thing about it, they got all these mods for all these PCs and everything, so you could all these fan made creating Mario games and stuff or Street of Rage and all the other stuff that's going on. Some of those things have bugs and everything, but here's the thing: they made it and they modded it and modded to what only a couple of people have used those mods. Mario Maker, over millions of people could make millions of stages, and they had to code it for millions of people to come with their ideas for their game. You know how hard of a coding that is to do that and still be 100% not 100%. Let me be lying on that. To be a solid frame, to have a solid coding that you don't break the game. That's freaking nuts coding, dude.
They would have never been able to do that on their previous consoles.
No. That's why it took them. That's why it took them over freaking 6-7 years to make this game. That's a lot of code. That's that. I'm thinking, okay, Mike is gonna get the game. Okay, he might want to put a block here. So let me code this and do all that, and then it's yeah. People don't understand this is why I say developers are getting. I want an x86. They're getting lazier and lazier. Most developers, not all.
That's why I see developers as artists in my eyes. I see it as okay, somebody's doing work, they're doing their art, whatever phase of however they do whatever. I'm pretty sure they got stages. I'm pretty sure they have divisions or whatever. If they're working on the game, they have different teams, whatever, working on certain. Anyways, I see it as art. Whatever you're doing for the game, I see it as is your art. You have your passion in it. Whatever passion you have for your work, your art, that's what you're gonna put into it. And sometimes when you do art, you want it done a certain way. You want people to enjoy it a certain way, and that's how that's how they make a game like this. Hey, some people may not like it, but you know what? That was their art. That's what they like. I see it as one of them rich painters. They don't want to sell their art to some little. They don't want to sell their art to some snobby kid. They want to sell it to somebody who's gonna take care of their art. So hey, that's how I see some games. They want the games made like that, and they want to play like this. And that's how I saw some games like Splatoon, a game like Metroid or Mario or whatever, or any game, any system. If it's a game that's perfected, the artist made it perfected because that's how they wanted their art to be seen. And Nintendo does that a lot for a lot of their games. And you see games like Mario Maker with the code how it is, being good, Xenoblade. Hey, they got a lot of good artists that like their work.
Yeah.
Look, Crytek said this from before the generation even started. Like the problem is that people expected these consoles to be rivaling high-end PCs. The fact of the matter is, you can't get $2,000 worth of components in a £400 machine, in a £300 machine. It's not gonna happen. At the end of the day, yeah, you gotta understand these developers, when they make their code on PC, these developers are lazy and they've got money. So believe when they make their code on PC, they're making it on the best hardware that money can buy. Now you imagine having to scale something from a top of the line PC right down to something that is basically tablet hardware. Like you're gonna get problems, even if it's similar architecture and stuff like that. You still have to rework your entire engine to accommodate the thermal output at the end of the day.
Well, don't even think about it. Look at it. You got Master Chief Collection. You got these other games coming out 50, 60 gigs. Okay,
yeah.
But Xenoblade Chronicles is 22 gigs. And it does way more than I know why, but I mean I'm just like
son.
But it does way more than that big game. Like it's a bigger world, bigger.
But it's not even just compression. It's just like I've done a bit of programming. I'm not expert in programming, but I've done a bit before, and like I know how like programming. Anyone who knows the history of programming will know that back then software and firmware were no different. Back when it all started, like people had to, people actually had to physically code the firmware by moving switches around and stuff like that. Now
Yeah.
the same concept applies for programming now when you have custom variables. So basically Nintendo makes custom features in their GPUs so that you can create the custom variables yourself. So again, it comes down to optimization and efficiency at the end of the day. Anyone who has basic knowledge in programming will know that custom variables are always more efficient than raw code, than just the raw language at the end of the day. Like if you like with custom variables, you can take an entire sentence of code and condense it into one word. Literally, you can do that. So, if Nintendo are doing what they think they're doing, then and obviously the less lines of code you have, the less your processor has to process, which means your code actually runs more efficiently. So, if that's how Nintendo are coding their games, and based on their setup and based on how they do their setup with their consoles, that's what it most likely seems like. Then that's also contributing to the compression. That's also contributing to the fact that these games are coming in smaller files, because less lines of code means it's taking up less space
Less
on the
clutter.
actual. Yeah.
Well,
At the end
I
of the
want let me. I want to say one thing.
And the
before
problem is a lot of these Western developers, they're just because a lot of these developers, if you notice how they work, they want fixed functionalities, which for the most part, the different fixed functionalities, they're easier to work with, but you've got massive lines of code.
Well, I want to say one more thing before I close this thing down and whatever, so we can get out of here. But the next thing that killed me, I've seen now that we at the end of the year mark, and people is like, well, you know what, Nintendo. Oh, because I've seen it on certain other people, Essence, Rob, all them people. But spotty year this year, blah blah blah. I'm like, wait. You know, spotty games this year again. Your preferences, I don't care. I do not care. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But let's talk about the number itself. So this one company, they had a sparse year this year. Wait, so let me see. A sparse year this year. Let me see. They got Mario Maker 1, Splatoon 2, Xenoblade 3, Yoshi's Woolly World 4, Zelda Triforce Heroes 5, Animal Home Designing 6, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon 7, Legend of Zelda, Legend of Zelda, the reboot 8, Amiibo Festival 9, Mario Tennis 10, Conan
Can I ask a question?
11, 11, Mario Party 12, Kirby's Rainbow Curse 13, Puzzles and Dragons, Mario Donkey Kong, Mario and Donkey Kong, Pokemon Shuffle, all these games, and I'm just they didn't publish it. They didn't develop it. I'm talking about games like that. So they developed basically, and I'm not even talking about indie games like like Box Boy and Dr. Mario's Miracle Cure and all the other stuff that they got. They developed full retail game. They developed 15 full retail game plus the indie games on their two consoles. Where you still got other third parties who can't even do 1 or 2 games within that same time frame. And they're spending way more money than Nintendo. Don't give me this bull crap with this whole sparse. That's sparse. What the frick?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did these same people specifically stated that it's just on one console or one of their handhelds, or they didn't mention that and just say Nintendo overall?
Nintendo.
Okay, so these people need to re-examine how they spout the words out of their mouth.
But you see, this is the problem. This is the problem. Is people's perception at the end of the day. Right now, people's perception is that the Wii U is that people's perception is that with Nintendo, it's the Wii U and the 3DS don't exist. The fact of the matter is, if you combine the numbers of the Wii U and the 3DS together,
Which we just
because
did.
it's all one business at the end of the.
Same
It's all
company.
one bit. It's all one business at the end of the day. It's all same company. Really and truly, Nintendo's killing it over the whole competition, because you add the numbers of the Wii U, you add the numbers of the 3DS. Who's really matching that?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You could put Sony's Vita numbers and home console numbers together. It ain't coming close to that.
But even at that, we know that there's 11 million consoles for the Wii U, and you have to appeal to the family, the core gamers and the casuals, or whatever you want to call the freaking names. I really don't care. But you still have Mario Maker, Splatoon, Xenoblade, Yoshi's Woolly World, a Fatal Frame, a Amiibo Festival, Mario Tennis, Mario Party, Kirby's Rainbow's Curse. All that, those games right there, those are freaking 8 games I just listed out there on the Wii U. So there's 12 months in a year. Jeez, I don't get people. I really don't. That's all I want. Even if they said Wii U, that's a lot. Even again, I'm not saying your taste. You don't like the games, that's different. But Nintendo have to support. Nintendo put out 8 games in 1 year to support all of people's tastes.
You know what? We live in a society where people are consumed with individualism, and the individualism tells them that I'm the only person that exists out here. I think because a customer isn't stupid. A customer knows what they want. A consumer is stupid. But as I was gonna say, because a consumer actually goes out and buys what they don't need. But what was I gonna say? It's the mindset of people at the end of the day. It's this individualistic mindset that everything that has to be done in the world has to be done for me and me only. Hello, you ain't the only person that exists at the end of the day. These people go on like this YouTube gaming community is some big massive community compared to the mass of gamers out there. We are small. You know what most gamers are doing? They're playing their games. That's what they're doing. They're not on YouTube with all the fraff and the keyboard warlord shit. Like, they're playing their games. It's that simple. Like, you really think kids who have consoles are up on YouTube making stupid videos? No, they're playing their games. You really think a man who has a job on a 9 to 5 and has to work and feed his kids and his family and stuff, you really think he has time to be on YouTube? He just about has time for the game to play games. When he has a chance to play games, you know what he's doing? He's playing games. He's not typing up on the keyboard chatting bullshit and sitting in front of a webcam chatting crap all day. People have lives. They don't have time. A lot of people don't have time for this YouTube bullshit. For many of us, this is just a hobby. Really and truly, I could put this YouTube shit to one side and get on with my life. I do it because I like it at the end of the day. But we do not make out the majority of gamers out there, so people need to get that out of their head.
That's why, as you see, with Triple M put the whole, for instance, Famicom, it's family. That's why they call it the system. And also, again, I said the majority of people who buy Nintendo products are family. Not just regular gamers. It's family. So yeah. Oh, they made a Amiibo Festival. It was not for you. It was for the families. They have to support them too.
That's their main market, I guess you could say.
It is the main market. 60% of their profits is families.
And not only that, it's the biggest long-term investment, because, like I said, at the end of the day, families breed the new generation of gamers. So
Yeah,
these are people who are not just buying. These are people who may only buy one game from Nintendo today, but in the next few years' time, they may be buying more games than you and me.
Yeah, I know. You said like you were talking about the last podcast, Michael. Like, okay, I'm not a family in a way, but I would say if I had a wife, kids, whatever. If I get kids, they're gonna be playing some of the old games. Like my sister, she grows up on playing stuff, and you see, when we talked about the Christmas thing, she's like, "Oh, I was so happy when I got Game Boy Advance and I got Zero Mission." Not Zero Mission, Mega Man, Mega Man Zero. You gonna pass it down to your kids and say all this stuff, whatever, and they knows that. So it's just weird. Like I said, it's just weird. So you know what? Like I said, Turnajon, thank you for coming out for the one-on-one. Really do. Like I said, I hope nobody harass you with anything for it, because you weren't one of those psycho people, whatever. But we agree to disagree. That's all it is.
Hey, turn on one. Let's have a discussion. I'm actually dead serious. Let's have a discussion.
But other than that, like I said, anybody out there know what's going on. It's like I said, if you all think you could do a one-on-one with me, I am glad to open. I open up another challenge once again. because turnajon was a friend, was a sub to Francis. Francis, if you want to do a one-on-one on your channel or my channel, I don't care. I will gladly do it.
Yeah. No indirects, bro.
I would gladly do it because let's get some of this stuff straightened out. Okay, I don't care. Francis, OJ, whatever you want to call yourself now, I really don't care. But let's do it. If you think some of the stuff I'm saying is wrong or whatever.
Put your money where your essence is, player.
And anybody else who think that if I'm saying something and you want to call me on it, call me on it. Like I said, you might get information. I don't have every single information out there. I'm not going to deny that I have every information out there. But when it comes to this whole, when you're trying to say with third parties and stuff like that, I have enough evidence to back up the third party why Nintendo's, which is smart for Nintendo to do certain things. I have more than enough evidence in that, and I have enough developers who say what they got to say about the Wii U and just say the publishers is screwing them over. So you know what? I'll leave it at that. So enjoy yourself. Like I said, Micah, you having a podcast tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So check out Micah's podcast, Double M's podcast tomorrow. What is it called again?
Gaming Tech Cast 2, episode 2.
Okay, Gaming Tech Cast episode 2. Check it out on Double M's Double M06 page. YouTube.
DG Super Gamers.
DGG, yes, check it out from there. And with that said, like I said,
to check out my music channel too.
Oh yeah, Alpha Decipher, check out his music. I gotta plug it. Whether Alpha Decipher, he got a couple good musics on there, but you gotta check it out. It's pretty good. So,
I said only a couple, you know. I'm offended.
I ain't gonna lie to the people. I ain't say a couple like being negative or whatever. I'm just saying what I've heard. I ain't heard every song you put on the Dagon channel.
Mate, I'm taking the mic. Calm down.
So other than that, like I said, anybody who's still up tonight, listen to this far ahead, man. Y'all go get some sleep. I'm gonna get some sleep. Shoot, I didn't. This went farther than this. Maybe I might split this podcast into after class and then one-on-one future, so it could be digested. Cause this is freaking long.
Yeah, I'm hoping you would do that because, to be honest, I was actually a bit hesitant coming up here because wait a minute, it's titled like this, so I'm going to ask you for sure if you really want people to join in.
I did, like I said, it turned out what it was, like I said, and you know, I'm gonna hopefully tomorrow, people, I'm gonna go in the description of this video right here. I'm gonna put the IR pages in the description of this video. So again, so you will go and check out if you think I'm BSing. That's just me. I put stuff so you can see it when you want to get straight from the horse's mouth. But other than that, wish you all a good night. And like I said, I don't think I'm doing no more podcasts for the rest of the year. So I wish you all a happy new year.
See you next time.